you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. The access corridor is designated a no-stop zone. Blockages will be removed using lethal force. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance. Welcome to our station. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance. Loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the docking bay. Welcome to our station. Have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. Fly responsibly. Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time window. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance. Welcome to our station. Loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the docking bay. Always proceed directly to your allotted bay to avoid unnecessary delays and/or ship destruction. This station operates under a docking reservation policy. Ensure you have authorization before attempting to disembark. Unsanctioned acts of aggression will not be tolerated. Obey station law and enjoy your stay. you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. Welcome to our station. Always proceed directly to your allotted bay to avoid unnecessary delays and/or ship destruction. Fly smart, fly safe. Reduce your speed inside the docking bay. For your convenience and safety, pacification emplacements are active and tracking at this station.
Okay. Alright. Gonna play some games. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself situated. Seems there's not a whole lot going on tonight, but we'll find some fun. I'm sure. Let's see. What's next? I guess I'll jump right in. Everything seems to be in order here. And go. Been a minute since I've been in here, but everything seems just where I left it. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Alright, and here I am on my carrier. Just check one thing. Computer fan spinning up. That's fine. We're all fine here. Stream computers have fans. No big deal. Alright. So, what do I want to do? I want to check the squad orders. Boost us big in 6 Andromedae and, well, there is a war, which we're going to win anyway. And then knock us down in V740. Okay. No worries there. Got a message. What was that? Oh, okay. Never mind. This is why Discord has streamer mode that I forgot to turn on. There. Okay. So let's see what damage we can do in helping the BGS. And of course, 6. 6 Andro wasn't enough to get me there. 6 Androm. Really? That's always worked before. Oh, I'm literally already in it. Yeah, no wonder I can't search for it. I'm literally already in the system. Okay. And I'm right outside the starport. Let's go. That was ridiculous.
Flight assist off. London gear
And we're away.
Release. The launch underway.
Hi, carrier.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
This should go quickly. In a very good spot. Oh, I meant to test the sounds because they weren't working last time. Do that when I land.
Flight assist off.
Sorgon Peterson, Juliet November Tango. We're happy to have you, Commander. Priority access will be granted upon request. Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad number 38.
Bringing it in.
You're on course for landing, Commander. Take your engine
Made
ready.
it. You're down. Oops. Get off some speed. Just about
Landing gear deployed.
got my dual stick skills up to where my previous HOTAS skills were. Oops. And then I almost missed that landing. Lol. Okay, let's see. I was gonna
Solid
test.
contact. Power down your engines. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
I was gonna test the stream sounds.
Within your allotted time window.
All right. They're working. Good enough. Okay. Let's see what we have for missions. First. We don't have system control yet. Do I have any bounties to sell? No.
Observe minimum clearance distance.
Well, I can just feed them money. That's fine. Always with the free influence, I don't mind. Okay. A bunch of trade missions. Oh, that's not great. Show up in a Mamba and I have nothing but source and return and delivery missions. Ugh. Even that one I couldn't even do in two. I think it would take more than 2 trips with my crate. So that's not good. Oh, and the mission just reset. Okay. So then the thing to do is we need to drop us in V740. So let's get over to V740. V740. Hopefully there's something courier / combat related here. For all the factions. 3 jumps. Carrying limpets already? Yes. Alright. We go.
Fly responsibly. Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time window.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
I think I can get in front of this ship. I probably could if I wanted to. Alright, let's do it. I don't have to wait for you.
Be wary, Commander. We've got reports of traffic in the sector.
Frameshift drive charging.
Onward.
All clear. You're clear to resume own navigation.
Everybody's playing Odyssey. That's the way to go. Do it, guys. Fuel's looking on the rough side, but I won't make it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. 2 more.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, just 1 more. Of course. There we are. I'm ready to turn on the fan in here. That feels funny. Oh well. Another planet getting in my way. Lovely. Here we come to Davy.
Flight assist off.
Zone Peterson, Juliet, November, Tango. Greetings, Commander. Please approach the station at a safe speed and be mindful of other pilots in the area.
Okay.
Request approved. Prefer arrival on landing pad 45.
Line it up. Four, 5. I can see it now.
Landing gear deployed.
Oops. Slow down, slow down. Gotcha. Alright. Gotta drop loose screws here. So that means everybody else. Start at the top. Black box salvage we can do. Oh. I did not bring hatch breakers. Black box we can do. These were already full. This isn't an influence reward mission though. Is okay. I don't know. What could go wrong? Report deliveries. Oh, here we go. Assassinate somebody. You got it. Assassinate another one. You got it. Internal or planetary scan. We can do those. Yeah. In fact, are we already going to Valmus? Keep track of what I picked up. Ah, black box is also in Valmus. Oh yeah. Oh, I do have a bunch of Valmus. Anybody in this system, I wonder? I doubt. Okay, report deliveries. Any of them to systems I'm already going. Valmus. Sure. Since I'm going there already. Let's check. Valmus. Oh, I'm going there already too. And anywhere else? Just those two so far, I guess. Not equipped for this. Okay. Good enough. I don't know if I need to pay them millions. Let's do the missions instead. Uh-oh. Oh. Pause time, that's wife. Break time. Okay, sorry about that. We have a new car, and Mrs. Trax is... It's Mrs. Trax's car. She's getting used to some of its noises and making sure that they're okay. It is a mostly electric car, and so it has new noises. Anywho... Alright, Oculus, did you just freak out on me? No, you're fine, I guess. You deleted my windows, though. Alright. Put my chat window back in here. And stuff like that. One more. Okay. Close this. Why is this open? Go away. Oh, hey, Crash. What's up, man? Alright. There, that's comfortable. Okay. Alright, we were checking for missions. Takedown, that's a wing mission. I'd have to go get my Corvette. Let's skip it. Here we go. Urgent kill and Balmont and systems were already in. Awesome. Take out a couple more jokers. Here we go. Oh man, they're all thrown into the same system. I'm gonna do so much damage to loose screws in this system. Alright. This is a low level one, that's okay. We're just gonna take him out. These clowns are probably gonna come after us. Bunch of idiots. Hey dog, you're back. Okay. Assassinate in Balmus. Let's do it. Surface hunt? No thanks. That doesn't sound like something I want to do. And this is a system I'm not going to, so that'll slow me down a lot. Lol, oops, what happened, Crash? Or are you just talking about me? Or are you just talking about me? You playing tonight, man? Should I open a voice channel? I didn't know if anybody was even on. I could check for myself. Crash is in private group. Oh, wait, I remember. You're moving your, the target moves all over the planet. Oh, see, I don't think I've done a search. I've done, you know, planetary scan where there's like a base, but the search area moves around. That's not so bad because I can do those without getting a fine too with silent running. But I've never seen the person hunt like it's going to end in an assassination, but it's going to be involving an SRV or something. That sounds annoying. Yeah, head into the shards. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to catch back up with everything I planned. I was checking. No, I don't have any bounties that belong here. Too bad. And I can... I want this window higher. I'm annoyed by my chat window. You come up higher. There. Much better. Now I can see what you're saying. Okay. They end up being scan missions. Oh, really? Well, I don't think I'm going to that system. And I have tons of other missions that are also like the same two systems, so this will be good. And the mission board just ticked over. Let's reload again. Oh, I'm gonna do so much damage. Okay, let's see. Covert retreat. That's a Data mission. Urgent kill. Okay, so those are systems that I haven't gone to yet, but they are high paying. Oh, but I have to interact with the... Those are slow. Interact with... You have to scan the thing on the planet. Brain ache. Oh, man, that sucks. Sorry, man. You get migraines? Who just emailed me? Doesn't matter. I'll check later. Nothing from you. Bunch of couriers. Oh, but they're going to Balmus. What's the system like? Oh, see, there's a bunch of station. Oh, see, I'm already going out to the frickin' B-Star. I took the mission before I looked. Well, that means it can't hurt me. Let's just take the other ones for Balmus. A wing invite? Hold on. Who is this? Manituk. Are you missioning? Can't go to the B-Star, I don't... Oh, yeah, well, that's just game stuff, man.
Incoming mission critical message.
Oh, he's sharing a massacre with me. I accept that. Hey, I'm gonna open a voice comms then for... Since Manituk's in here. Or winging me. Or disable pinging everyone. Right there. Manituk, if you want. If you're watching, care to join, that's fine. Okay, we're taking all these. Balmus at least. I'm going there. And apparently... Salvage. Going to Balmus. Why not? Masker. Thanks. Assassinate politician. No, know where I'm going. Okay. We'll call that. Alright. Now I look down. And Lark too, why not? Are you out here tonight? Alright guys, there you go. My shirt. My friend Derek gave me this shirt quite a long time ago. I forget about it sometimes. It's fantastic. Alright. Oh, hey guys.
Hey,
What is up?
What's up? I'm doing damage over here in whatever system I'm trying to lower us in. V740. I just loaded myself with missions to a couple of systems for like every faction, so... and it looks like you're doing some war, Manituk.
Yeah, I'm finishing off this massacre mission for 42 ships. I only need to kill 3 more.
Oh shoot!
So,
you're
figured
just
I'd let you hang up on me.
gifting me. I was gonna say
Exactly.
I can jump over and help you, but you're gonna be done faster than I can get there.
Yeah, my carrier's right on top of 3 lows.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I guess I don't need to worry about the war.
Oh no, wait, where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
I've got exploration covered. I'm all the way out in the messier sector.
Brilliant.
What the hell?
Received. Okay. It's mission time. Okay, so let's see. I should probably stock up on limpets. Because I know some of these I'm going to be scooping.
Those CZs go. Should super cruise, see if I can find them. And see if I can get my dog to stop barking.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Joystick up to the desk.
Ah, the
Yeah,
Manituk consciousness stream. I've missed that.
Oh, I got it right.
You're all good, man. Okay, well, I know Balmus, some of these are deliveries, and those are in Balmus, so let's go there first. In fact, let's just go right to the... Alright.
Sometimes it's the only way I can stay on focus on what I'm doing.
Also, sidebar, it's really freaking pretty out here knocking on the door of the Horsehead Nebula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. You're in a dangerous zone over there, right? In Cole 70? Or is it Cole 270?
Yeah,
One of those. You're in the locked
Yeah,
zone.
it's Cole 70 and Horsehead are all permit locked.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten stuck yet, but I mean, I'm in a Challenger, so give it time.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. Hey, those weren't always locked. You can find old YouTube videos of when you could still fly through them. And they're
They
like
used to
really nice hand-done nebulas.
Yeah, I am like 90% sure that the Thargoids are all set up in those places now.
That seems to be what everybody's thinking.
And some mild
I think the war
AX
might
stuff
be
on my
over. I
ship
think I
just
might
in
be
case.
I think
The war wouldn't be over until a tick. It wouldn't
No,
disappear under
know.
you. Did you filter your...
yes.
You filtered
As
it.
I was when I was in my alt in order to catch Crash's carrier when it popped in.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Thank you
Yeah, I don't have
very
enough
much.
patience to know that I filter it. I just get frustrated and do something else.
You're such an interesting player, Lark.
I'm ADHD. It shows in my playstyle.
Yeah, this is 21 million, and all I got to do is kill 3 more little ships.
Wow. Beautiful. 47 was it?
42.
42 took out all by yourself.
Critical message.
I do
Nice.
lows.
Good
I
job,
picked
man.
like eight ships each low. And I
That's
just dropped my
pretty-
carrier, set my carrier on top of them.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
usually
good
do, like,
because you can
80
do them
ships
so
a day.
fast. Because you can only, like, when I do a high by myself, 10 to 12
takes
is all I
forever.
ever get, and it takes a long time.
Yeah, I'm in my vet. It's like easy mode, you know.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? The sounds are working again, by the way.
Yep.
I tested that.
I was like, wait, I dropped into a CZ, not a signal source. Yeah.
Alright, we got
Fighters launch.
mission signal source we'll go to first.
Ooh.
I think.
Yeah, I actually found a very direct way to get out here by accident. All you have to do is go like from the bubble straight to Witchhead,
Oh, yeah?
and then from Witchhead, it's literally a straight shot in, because you're surrounded by permit lock systems, but there's enough of them that you can get in easy.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I took a long time ago when I was trying to set out and do my 5,000 light years from home. I did it in a heavily armored Crate Mark II. I didn't get that like you could modify a ship for a purpose. I just like had loaded it up with hull and
All
It
the
was-
air quote best stuff.
yeah, it was like I just like did everything, and then so I had this like 20 light year crate Mark II, and with no engineering, of course, or hardly any.
For days.
And I went out there not realizing that I was going to run out of distance between stars, was going to get too big for my jump range before I ever got 5,000 light years from home. I went the wrong way. I went out to the rim, and then I got stuck having to manually navigate when I didn't know what I was doing and had no friends.
Yep.
And I had to turn all around, come back, go the other way 5,000 light years. And that trip was like long enough that I was like, I need a break from this game. When I got back.
Yeah, space madness will get you,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who you are.
That's why I don't like to mine anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad I can make so much more money in combat now that I don't
Yeah.
have to mine.
And if you really need to, you know, you just go hit some
Hey, can you
Cyclops.
see Odyssey
right.
friends on the galaxy map?
Mission objective detected.
I don't know.
Critical message.
Oh shoot.
Flight assist off.
This is a threat 4, but this is not what I thought was
Sorry.
here.
Programming
I need to pick up these black boxes.
Oh, I hate those missions. As soon as you drop your cargo hold, you're gonna get swarmed.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why I have a fighter.
I have
And heavy shield.
two limpets working. All right, turn around. Come back to him. Here we go. Come on, guys. One in the hold. Watch this. As soon as the there's the unfriendlies.
Yep.
Once I
Right
have
on
'em.
cue.
No space for cargo. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Jettison 3. Power to shields.
Yeah, Mama's got good shields, right? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get out of the horsehead area before I get stuck.
Alright, I need to
Deeper
take this
back
clown
here.
out. Sort of forget. There we go. Oh no. No, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting attacked by police. Well, I'm gonna take this guy out. Oh, my hard points aren't out. There we go. Hell, I got all confused. Let's take out this anaconda.
Dude, I've got 3 stars that are all purple on the Gal map, and they're all really close to each other.
Probably go look.
HD 38563. There's a north, south, and a Charlie.
Anaconda. You have no shields. Those do.
Of course, the pirate's in an anaconda. Why wouldn't he be, right?
I should not have rammed him. Oh well. I'll be alright with the police here.
It's funny, it does more damage to him because you still bounce off him like a freaking...
Yeah, I bounced off him pretty hard, but I still didn't. My shields were already a little depleted, so it wasn't a good plan.
Well, that was fun poking about this area with actual engineered ship this time, and AX weapons. I brought the Challenger out here because I'm a masochist.
Yeah, that's terrible, man.
It's not that bad. My jump range is 32.
That one's done. Finish
I
this
have on my
eagle.
Crusader. I built one. I just I don't like the way it flies compared to the crate, but I like the way it looks, especially it's sturdier.
Oh, he's gonna get away.
and
Maybe. Let's get him. Let's get him. Oh no! I smoked him in one pass. Alright, let's go back and see if I can get some of these mats.
And frag bombas are not to be trifled with.
Oh no, no, no. The DPS on this
Holy
thing is
crap.
insane.
Programming input drone. Programming input drone.
Alright, go get the Anaconda's mats.
Back here.
Oh, on a sidebar, I found some glowing mushrooms and brought enough back for everybody.
Woohoo!
Party.
Almost time for Halloween.
Yeah. Bonzo, what did you say? I mean, don't repeat it, but what did you say?
Input drone error.
I didn't.
Cargo hatch.
Oh, he didn't. No, in the chat, he got
Yeah.
he got slapped by the stream bot. All
Too far away.
right.
You know, it's funny, there are not a lot of scoopable stars out this direction. The majority of them are the wrong
Yep.
type.
Yeah, that's another reason you get stuck, man.
The age of that part of the galaxy.
Yep, in a bad part. Oop, going too far forward. Back up, back up.
Bad part
Yep.
equals fun part.
Yeah, but you're in a chat with a bunch of people with carriers. You're not stuck.
Yeah, my jump range is 30.5 in a Challenger that's fully armed and
fine.
armored for either
Oh, yeah.
Thargoid or human combat, so...
And you can always sense and get a lot more than that. for
That's
emergency.
right. You can inject.
Not bad for a little piece of crap ship, huh?
It's not that little.
No, yeah, it's true, I suppose.
It's a medium.
The Chieftain's little. The Challenger's like as big as a crate.
Yeah. Chargers.
Are they really that different in size, though? I thought they were. I mean, pretty close.
I think the
So-
Challenger is quite a bit bigger than
I know
the
their
other two.
weight
I
is
have-
different.
And the Crusader's the one with the fighter bay.
Yeah. And Bonzo, I swear on stream all the time, it's not a big deal. But I put that bot in there with like the usual crap because you never know what's gonna happen with with randos coming in being like horrible. So that's all it's for.
Cargo scoop retracted.
So I don't have to do quite as much moderation. Okay, let's see. We're going to a station now. Alright.
Cannot comply.
Oh, of course, my hard points are still out. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
What?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I think I forgot to warrant scan that Anaconda. I was so flustered because I didn't remember to eject enough cargo space to pick up all 4 black boxes at first, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna shoot down the black boxes. What a dope. The rumor was right. Oh, they're after me already. They're gonna start. Targets are gonna start interdicting me. That's fine. I'm ready. Got my shields back at, well, almost 100%. The courage to unlock Palin.
Hey, am I allowed to post a link to a picture in your chat?
I think you need. I think I need to give you special permission somehow. Which I'm not.
I'll shoot it to you over Discord then.
Not super sure I know how to do. Yeah, sure. Oh wow, he's right on top of me. All right, let's get out of the
I'll
way.
tag. Yeah, it'll be on the stream voice text.
Okay. Alright, let's go, Anaconda.
Yeah, all right next to each other. The Challenger's quite a bit bigger than the other ones.
Okay, that's interesting. I guess it's just something I never considered.
Like, just from the size comparison, you can tell the Challenger's a heavy cruiser to the Deepin's light attack ship.
There you go. You didn't need those shields anyway, big boy.
Whereas the Mamba is a haha, you can't hit me, haha, you can't hit me.
Yeah, I mean, the Mamba's huge. It's way wide, but it's
He's a fast
also
beast.
ridiculous. And the firepower is just outstanding too. Having that size 4 and 2 size 3s, it's nuts.
Critical message.
It's nuts. Oop, I'm way too fast past these mats and hit one of them. Of course, I boosted toward the mats like a moron. You can't boost to go in a direction with the Mamba. You gotta boost to go past something. I guess you could do it. You could boost and then throw on the reverse thruster. That'd be the way to do it, which I don't. Have
Ooh, I
the
discovered
desire
a
to do.
Type A supergiant for the first time. Nice.
Cargo scoop deployed.
For the first time?
Never found a Type A star in all my exploration.
Are you sure it's not just because you get all new stats for every sector? So if you left Inner Orion Spur, then you have, like, if you're in a sector you haven't explored before, you'll get all new star discovery stats for that sector.
Yeah, no, that must be it then, because I'm in the messier area.
Because
I
you
haven't
came
been
with us on like the Colonia trip and stuff. We definitely stopped by stars like that, but in different sectors, right?
Yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I think that's it. No less important.
Still cool though.
Yep,
Makes you pay attention to the codex again.
that's for sure.
I'm scooting out to Papin City now.
No, yeah, I look at the codex and it
Oh,
says,
cool, to turn in.
"Oh, you found it here," and then it has all the other places listed that I've gone by a Type A.
Which
It's,
one is this?
let's see, low end of 18,000 for reputation. So yeah, for 18 million. Or you can go straight 21 million.
That wouldn't be so bad.
Articulation motors. Do I need those for anything?
No. No. I don't know. Is there some?
And, Actually, I think I might for my alt, so I can stuff them on my carrier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take that.
I dropped. Of course, the material that I sent flying 5 kilometers away from me is one
That's
that
the
I
one you
actually
need.
want.
I keep hitting them and blowing them up. That's
like,
my problem.
bye.
Yeah, I was like, shoot, that's a grade 4. I think I can scoop it before my limpet gets to it. Let's try. Oh no, the limpet's got it. Nope. By the time well, of course, because I slowed to under 40. Yeah, that was silly. Okay. Now let's finally try to make it to this station. Oops. Let's,
Frame shift drive charging.
On my friend's contacts, I can see Chig way the frick out there.
nice. How far is he?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Actually, closer than he has been. He's only 22,600 away at the moment. In the
From where
galactic
you
center.
are now.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
From where you are. Where's he?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're not in the bubble.
No,
he's closer
I'm
than that.
all the way the frick
Oh,
out
good.
here.
Yeah.
Another friggin' anaconda. All right, buddy.
Yay, Anaconda Day.
Have it your way. More mats for me.
Flight assist off. Under attack.
Now the real question, from where I'm at in Bernard's Loop, can I plot a route back to the bubble?
Oop, shit.
Shield cell banks. Let me teach you about shield cell banks, buddy. Overshot. And then the police shot me with crossfire. Jerks. Here we go.
I can't plot straight back to the bubble, but I can plot back to Witch Head, which will get me back there.
Ish.
Got to a dead end. Time to go.
Too cool.
Wonder if he's wearing sunglasses.
Sunglasses for those shield cells?
Heck yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this pass.
Doesn't actually help, but you look better doing it.
Yeah. Man. He's orbiting me. I need to break this cycle. Here we go. Here we go. There we go.
Incoming mission critical message.
Nice work.
Foosh.
Programming limpet drone.
Boy, they're sending so many of these clowns after me, I'm going to be officially out of limpets by the time I finally make it to Brunton Gateway.
Cargo scoop deployed.
And I'll probably be in need of more ammo. Oh, that's not
You'll get there, and they're gonna be like, "What took so long?"
the 9 anacondas that were sent after me because
Right.
apparently they really don't want me to deliver this data to you.
Every single freaking system.
Yeah. I think I'm getting randos that aren't even to do with the mission as well because I have these black boxes on board,
Probably.
which are not marked stolen, luckily, so the police can scan me.
How many missions do you have stacked up?
A lot. A lot. I'm
It
going to
could
be doing
for
this.
any of the-
I'm going to be doing this anaconda business all night.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I have a lot of stacked missions. Managed to
That's
find them
what's
all to
happening.
just 2 systems, too, which is great.
What do your bounty vouchers look like?
Those are going to be a mess, too, because I'm kill warrant scanning and everything comes at me. Because that's what you
There's
do.
probably
You-
any-
This Mamba has a kill warrant scanner, because when they send crap after me, I make millions.
Yep.
What do my bounties look like? Yeah, a lot. That one
I got to the
faction, I had
point.
2.4 million just in that one. Here's another million.
There's an accountant somewhere that
Smattered
works for
small
LSN
change.
that's looking at your bounties and going, I should buy a boat.
Well, they say they're not for LSN, of course. I'm actually working for everybody but LSN right now.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Never mind.
Cargo scoop.
So, because yeah, I was gonna work for LSN, couldn't find any good missions in 6 Andro, and so I just went over to V740 where we're supposed to be dropping.
4, 3, 2.
Now I'm pounding pavement for everybody else. All right, I'm less than half a light second away. Can I make it? Or is another... Oh, an anaconda or something just spawned right behind me. Yep, an anaconda spawned right behind me. Come on, here it goes. Yep. There we go again. Alright, I'm ready, buddy. Power to shields. Hard points out. Get some distance between us.
Turn that mission in so you can cash it when you get. Don't delete that email though.
Oh, I won't. Alright, here we go, here we go.
It's worth like 20 mil.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you. I guess technically it's worth like influence and stuff too, right? Or maybe not because we're at war.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it just counts for the CZs that I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
Except
were
I don't
lows,
have
but
the
I did still-
bonds though. I'd only have pay
No,
for the
I
mission.
made 8 mil off of that,
Yeah. Chaff.
but I'm saving that until tomorrow unless I decide to get stupid today.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to chalk up another win tomorrow. There's a clipper out here fighting this idiot. I'm torn.
I'm gonna go to see those.
is the Clipper System Authority?
No, he's
I think
wanted.
I'm like,
Kill the Clipper.
I'm gonna kill both of them. They probably are both after me. I gotta finish off this anaconda first. Oh, I think the
Yeah,
clipper already got toasted. Or left. Oh no! Anaconda's running.
fired at him.
No, he's
Like,
still here.
nope.
He's still here. He just had popped a heatsink. Alright. Anaconda's done. Clipper, you're mine. Oh, the Anaconda's not done. What the hell? Oh, he's in the 1% club. Oh, there we go. He's blowing up now.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright, Clipper. Be prepared, because it's happening to you. Half your hull in one pass.
Good crap.
He's elite. Yeah, he can handle a couple of passes. Oh, he got his shields back. Oh, and then lost them instantly. Alright, there you go. You're done too. Okay. And there we go.
Destroyed.
Let's go
Reminds
over
you of
to
the time that I got interdicted and like 3 pirates showed up, all wanting my cargo, and then they all started fighting each other, and I just quietly left.
just hung out. Watched.
Scan detected.
It's like,
Could have watched.
you guys have fun then. Bye.
Programming limpet drone.
Alright. How's my ammo doing? 80s.
All right, I'm on my way back to V640 to sell some data.
I know.
Wait, V6. Are we boosting in V? We're boosting. Oh, but you can't sell data where we're boosting, right? Because we don't have control yet.
Correct.
So you're doing something else specific. That's fine.
Yeah, it's only a modest amount of exploration data, but it's
Yeah.
still some.
Yes. Nothing. Nothing's nothing.
Aye.
All right. Sit tight for a few minutes. Hoover up all these refined focus crystals. Bonus clipper too. Real happy about that.
Owen is Clipper.
Oh, Lark, have you seen my new outfit here?
Not.
Oh, hold on.
Imperial
Push the wrong
what?
key. Well, I'm not in the. I need to turn into the sun.
Oh, your new outfit for your Mamba.
Yeah. The key. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
I took your inspired by you. Put mostly the regular ship kit, but I put the Raider pack on the front for the spikes, and then this new paint job is outstanding for it. Matches it so good.
Oh, a little bit of spikes here and there can actually make it look nice.
Yeah. It's mean, man. That's what it is. All right,
Like
no valid
it.
collection targets. No, we got to go over and scoop up this Clippers crap. Wait, what is that? That's natural. Oh, the Clipper had. He was like a true pirate. He was just after me for my.
Incoming mission critical message.
He was just after me for my black boxes.
That's funny.
Yeah. So he was like carrying pirated crap. Yeah, mineral oil. Fun stuff. All right, get this other one down there. Oh, apparently
You
we're
should
getting
fly a
stuff first.
Clipper.
Should I try a Clipper sometime? You know
I
what
liked it
I'll do?
when I
I'll do a stream sometime. I'll buy a Clipper. I'll design it. I'll buy it. I'll fully engineer it. We'll fly it all around. We'll fully engineer the whole thing. And then I will go into a Haz-Res and just crash myself face first into a rock until I explode. And then I'll sell the Clipper. Because fuck the Clipper.
That sounds about right.
Or I'll fully engineer it, take it into Haz-Res and be like, oh, this is quite a nice flight profile. Maybe I should da-da-da, and I'll totally change my tune. But I doubt that'll happen.
No, I actually really enjoyed it when I flew it. The thing I couldn't get over was the right seat drive. It just feels wrong, man. I can't do it.
There's yeah, I mean, even if it like flies great, it's still like a less good Python with bad hardpoint placement and fewer hardpoints at all too. Like it's just like a low firepower. I don't know if it's closer to a Python, or I guess it's the cargo of a Python.
Yeah, in my mind, the Clipper was a Viper Mark III on steroids.
Okay, well, I mean, doesn't it have
Not
two
joking.
size 6 slots though, or
Yeah, it has a size 7 slot and a couple size
Oh,
6s as well.
size 7 slots? So it does run more cargo than the others. So
Wait,
that-
which ship are we talking about?
Cargo scanner.
Clipper.
Clipper. Hey, Dubs.
Oh yeah, the Clipper with its big boy shields.
Doesn't have big shields, does it?
They can be.
It can.
Okay.
All the Imperials are good with their shields.
Frameshift drive
Oh, I
charged.
suppose.
Really, the Clipper is just fun to use in a way that it wasn't designed for. That's all I can say about it.
If the Clipper was a medium ship, it would be an outstanding cargo hauler.
Yep.
All right, am I gonna make it this time? 12
No.
million meters. Nope, a new one just popped up right behind me.
You don't have to fight them all, you know.
Wait, I might actually make it. Nope, didn't make it. Oh, this one's a mission target. Oh, we'll smoke this guy. Shields.
If it's close enough, you should just fly to the station from here in normal space.
Oh, I couldn't get my big guns off that time. I didn't rotate enough. It's too far away. This dope isn't shooting at me except with his plasma. You're not gonna make it that way, buddy. Whoa,
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out.
popping heat. It still hits you. I've seen this before, this NPC behavior. I bet when his shield drops, he starts using his other guns. We'll see though. If he even gets a firing solution. Ah, that was a miss. Bad shot, bad shot.
Man, the frag Mamba looks stupid strong.
It's insane.
What, 3 large frag cannons?
3 large and 2 smalls. Oh, he's running. No, you don't.
Also, it's all frags. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
And the Smalls has corrosive. There you go. You're done, buddy. You're done.
Incoming mission critical message. Programming
I'm seriously like almost out of limpets because so many of these idiots have come to me.
input drone.
I have to make it to the station next time, or well, I guess I have one more limpet, and then I'll be stuck scooping these stupid things.
Cargo scoop
Like a
deployed.
pleb.
Yeah, like some kind of jerk. Although that's fun and without the flight assist. It's a challenge. A little bit.
Can't say I've ever tried to cargo scoop something with FA off.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first thing you should try when you turn the flight assist off, but by the time you get the hang of it, it's not as big a deal as it at first seems.
Becomes a game within a game.
Well, that's the thing. Like, everything in this game are, I mean, we joke about the FSS scanner being, oh, they just plugged another minigame in, but, like, what do you want? Like, you want the game to have game in it, right?
Yeah, at this point, people complaining about stuff that gets added to the game reminds me of people that were complaining about expansion packs to World of Warcraft. It's like, just get over it. Also been clean from WoW for 2 years.
Clean from WoW. Good for
I
you,
did
man.
try the new X pack when it came out, though.
Yesterday I picked up a mission, an assassination mission. It was 34,000 light seconds. And you know what it reminded me of? Running across the Barrens.
Yep.
'Cause all you're doing is just holding down a... Just, maybe something will happen enough. Yeah, enough to you have to pay attention. Not enough to really be game.
At least it's prettier out here in space.
True. True.
Barrens, all you had was a palm tree here and there.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it to the station.
Right.
I'm gonna spawn on top of you when you get into the station's
They
instance.
are. They're gonna. Oh, and I'm on the back of the station too. Watch, he's gonna pop in and like crash into me. Let's put the shields up just in case that actually happens.
Station services are prepped for your arrival. Greetings, Commander.
Like you're speaking from experience.
Somebody just
Trex.
came behind me. Oh no, it's just a orca.
Good
No, I don't
for
think they came for me.
you.
The Orca is a ship I have never flown.
Request approved.
I haven't
just
done
bought-
any of those.
To pad 3-3.
You gotta try the Dolphin. That thing's a kick in the pants to fly. It's fun.
Yeah. The trouble for me is it just doesn't have enough hard. And
Well, none of them do, really.
Scan
Yeah.
detected.
I'll turn him into a little ram boats or something, right? I mean, Beluga can turn into quite a missile boat, as I understand. It's got a lot of size 2s, right?
It does. It's nothing but size 2s. It's 5 of them.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's not much for a ship that size, but it ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's for pack hounds. All right.
Pull my courier out
On the
and top
deck.
off engineering for the Racing Friday.
All right.
Yeah. What's going on?
There we go. All right. How do we do?
Landing complete. Engines disengaged.
I'm gonna go to Shindes. That's what I want to do because I want to pick up those new items. And that would be the easiest place.
Complete mission. Sure, I'll take. Who needs that much money? I'll take extra
Incoming message.
rep. Why not? All right. Yeah, and I've completed I've completed some others, I think, as well. Or maybe that was all just people coming after me because of the black box crap.
Okay, I have a decision to make. Do I go to Shinrata Desra in open? And
Hey,
that would
see you
mean I
later,
should
Crash.
cash my bonds first. Or should I
Yeah.
switch over to solo so I don't have to cash in the bonds until tomorrow?
I've never gone to Shinde's and open, but that's just me.
I do all the time, but I'm holding 8 mil in bonds, and it would help the BGS tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know,
So I
man.
think I'm going to switch to open.
This might be a moment
I'm
where
gonna
you could
switch
think
to
about it.
solo.
Because it's
I'm going to switch to solo.
Yeah, because it's like evening time, too. Let's see.
Yeah, it's West Coast. What time is it over there?
Kind of prime time over there, huh?
Yeah, I'd go solo.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll go our group.
So I accidentally picked up the stolen mineral oil. My stupid, my stupid limpets picked that up. So now I have illicit cargo, and I should probably leave this station. Says I still have missions here. Oh, I still need to go to.
Could also just quietly throw the mineral oil in the trash.
Well, you can't you can't jettison things inside a station. You get a fine for that.
I think you can destroy it though. Check to see if they have a black market.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Anyway, next I'm going out to this station. I got deliveries to make in the same system.
I mean, usually as I'm super cruising in, and I was like, let's just throw it away.
All right. So yeah, I didn't notice that I had it until I already landed. Destroy. Destroy.
Would you pop it? Did you catch a fine on the way in?
No. Nobody scanned me. There, I destroyed them. You're right. I can destroy them. Once I tried jettisoning limpets or something.
Oh yeah, you get a fine for that too.
And I got a fine for limpets. I was like, what the hell? I just didn't. I wanted to be quicker than going to the menu to take them out of my ship. All right, I better. In fact, I'm gonna limp it up because he used up all my stupid limpets. And I'm probably gonna, on my way to the B star, get pulled like 19 more times.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right.
They're NPCs. You can fight them. It's just
oh yeah, well that's all I've been doing. I just use up limpets, picking up their trash.
Fight the interdiction.
Oh no, I want that crap.
Don't let them
I want those bounties and materials. I love it.
Sometimes the time is more valuable to me if I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I got 3 more systems to work in today.
Holy shit. Beluga coming in. Get out of the way, buddy. Come on. Who are you trying to impress with that big shiny thing? Alright, out of the way. Here we go. Alright, we're going 4,000 light seconds. Yeah, I bet I get interdicted somewhere. I'll start fighting them when I run out of ammo. Which has happened before when I did a lot of mission stacking like this.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, now that I have a second, what did you send me? Oh, your size comparison. Oh, it's Yamik's size comparison. Oh wow, they are, yeah. That's a much bigger size difference than I thought. Between the sea ships. Okay, lots of... Yeah, that's the... extra mission stuff. So Dubs, what's up tonight? You playing? What, am I muted? What's going on?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear Dubs though.
Dubs is gone. He left.
Ah.
Places to be, apparently. the name of one of those guys I was fighting is Bastian van der Spiel. It's a lot.
Yeah, the NPC names.
Yep.
A couple of days ago, I blew up a PC cheater.
Oh, come on. Really?
I took a screenshot. It's in my
Beautiful.
game library. It's stupid. I guess it was everybody that was in on the Kickstarter got to submit names at a certain tier,
Did
right?
yeah, that sounds right. I did think they crowdsourced. I mean, they clearly have like a pool that the system can like combine words from too. Because you see some where it's like part of the same name repeated in a few different funny ones.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone can remember the great battle cruiser Freckle Tits.
That's new to me.
Now my crew member, Dina, I call her Freckle Tits. 1.5 billion. I can call her whatever the hell I want. Not the only thing that pisses her off is when I blow up her fighter by jumping when she's still in it.
I know, they get so bent out of shape about that. It's like,
Like,
I wish there was a button I could just click and say, yo, take off your helmet.
Oh, there's a mission source out here. Let's grab this. Uh-oh. I'm gonna overshoot it. It was closer than the station. This is gonna be another one of my black boxes, I think. Here we go. This one's a threat 0. I won't be I shouldn't be interrupted here.
Mission objective detected. Flight assist off. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop.
There's 2 of them? What else is here? Yeah, just 2 black boxes. Did I have a mission to pick up just 2 black boxes?
Probably.
Apparently. I thought they always came in 4. I always see 4.
I got a 3 once.
Yeah?
Usually get 4, but I've seen, I've never seen a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither. I think it's always at least 2.
Oh, these were illegal though.
Frameshift drive charging.
These ones are stolen, so now I'm left going through the rest of this.
It might just be illegal in the system you're in.
Well, yeah, I know, but I still have like at least two more deliveries to do to stations in this system. So.
Heat sinks.
Yeah, well, these are outposts. I think I'll be fine.
And that, kids, is why you always do your missions on the way out of the system.
Yeah, I got careless.
Fair
Mission
enough.
Update. Planetary scan job.
I'm curious, what can your Mamba boost do?
He's got
what can
train
it boost to?
horns.
Oh, I have a window open. Keep it a little cooler in here. It's probably on my end.
Flight assist.
Sometimes we can hear trains here.
Oh, that's me.
Not gonna lie, for a moment, my brain processed that is, you have a window open on your Mamba.
I was willing to
out.
believe it was trains at my house, but you may be right. I can't hear through my headphones. So.
Docking request.
No, I'm out in the yard.
Oh. Genius. Alright, add 4. Oh, you're gonna be on the underside of this.
The stations don't attack you for your illegal goods, they just fine you for it, right?
It depends. I don't know. I don't get caught very much.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had to deal with it too, but I can't remember what happened the last time it did.
I think I just got a fine, like 600 credits or something.
Okay.
But I
Wish you
don't
gotta
remember. What's
go somewhere
important.
special to pay that off. Oh, get down on the deck. There we go. Perfect.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Unavailable services. That's alright. I'll give you the things I'm supposed to give you. At this useless, stupid station that doesn't have fuel or ammo in the middle of nowhere. Courier job. Sure. Okay. Next up. Oh, I have to scan something at this planet while I'm here. Alright. Let's do it. Still have limpets. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. We're gonna do some scanning.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Now it'd be very handy to do this without gaining a
Frameshift drive charging.
fine. I think it's the search zone type, so
4,
I can do it.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Grade 4, so yeah, I still need to touch this guy up.
Orbital
Courier?
flight engaged.
Yeah. Thrusters are full. Looks like we just need to do armor. Yeah, sensors.
Search zone, pull up.
Oh, and my shield gen.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Gotta get tricky with them. Come on, do it. Searching, searching. Oh, it's not moving very far this time. Alright, I think we're actually gonna drop. That one wasn't bad. Let's see how much it moves once I'm down there.
Flight assist off.
Yeah, after the second move, you're usually good to drop out of Super Cruise.
And then I'm usually pretty low, so. Alright, data link. Lose some velocity here.
Oh, that's right. You're planet side with FA off. You're crazy.
I'm not gonna turn it back on now. Alright, here we go. We're fine.
I don't know.
It becomes
In
very
my
manageable
mind-
once you're used to it.
That's fair. In my mind, though, that's a lot like being in an Airbus, which is fly-by-wire, and saying, I'm going to use this wooden and string yoke that I made instead.
Well, Airbus fly in air, friend. It's a totally different situation.
No, it's
Skimmers.
Just go up and down a different way.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
Alright, come on. Oh, there it is. I had the target. Ah, move it over a little bit.
I'm gonna say you don't just pile drive into the antenna
There
like
we
I
go.
do.
There we go. And
Shields offline.
silent running. Scan. And we're out.
Hull integrity compromised.
Silent running back off.
Cleared.
There we go. No bounty.
Silent running, make it so you don't get fined.
You don't get the fine. That only
I
works
did
at
not
these
know
that are the
that.
search zone, though. If it's like a named installation, it doesn't work.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's more than one scanner at the other installations. Or ships
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Named installations, they usually get pissed off.
Yeah.
real good.
So don't try it, because you'll drop your shields and then they'll shoot at you. Okay, where to next? Next station over. Oh, see, now I have to do one. I have to do a low security name station scan. So I'm actually going to go over to the other station first. So
Because
that
you'll
I can...
probably get a bounty or two.
Yeah.
Got a fuel scoop.
Oops.
I haven't flown a ship with a fuel scoop in a while. No.
Oh, what do I have to do? I have to match my... Yeah, I have to get off the planet anyway.
2, 1, engage.
Alright, getting back into the Witchhead sector. Shields off, Guardian weapons on. Just in case.
You know, if you just sit still, they'll leave you alone.
Not when you have actual Guardian weapons equipped. They get mad.
Is that true? I thought you had to
I've
be
heard it's
carrying like
true.
meta alloys or something for them to get
Yeah, I
mad.
thought it was the meta alloys because I've
Totally had Guardian
Pretty
equipment. Like I've had like frame shift drive boosters on my DBX,
yeah.
and I got pulled, and they just scan me and leave.
No,
Yeah,
I've got Guardian railguns on mine right now.
I was
They
pulled in
don't
my...
care about your hardware. They only
Yeah.
care about what's in the cargo hold.
That's what I thought.
I've been
Well,
pulled 3
maybe I'm
times
tired of being
in my AA
hyperdicted.
ship. Darn.
Well, I mean, but what are you gonna do? Fight them?
Yeah, I got the weapons
Yeah.
too.
Fight 'em in any ship.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're braver / stupider than me.
Oh, it's definitely the
Both
second.
these statements are true.
Neil Patrick Hairless. Good name. I've been trying to simply sit still for 30 years. What?
Is that a bot?
I have no idea.
I'll ask in the chat.
Tell me about yourself, friend. You a bot? Because you act like one. No offense, man, but are you a bot? I'm pretty sure I'm not a bot. I don't know much about anybody else.
Dark Shadow is a very complicated bot.
Yeah. He's a
It wasn't fair to give a
specialized
robot
AI.
ADHD.
Oh, sit still. Wait. I think I get it. No, because I said if you just sit still, they leave you alone. I'm sorry. This is Twitch delay stuff. We were talking about sitting still and the Thargoids will go away, and he said his wife won't leave him alone. He's been trying to sit still for 30 years. Okay. See, he's trying to join in, and here I am. Are you a bot?
This man
like an asshole.
saying that his wife is an alien?
Okay, I'm just
The
making
government would like to know
I think
your
he's
location.
describing a difference between his wife and the Thargoids, right? The Thargoids will leave you alone.
They are much less aggressive than my wife.
True story.
All right.
I think we can all say that, but it's better that we don't.
I don't know, my ex was always kind of mousy. Kind of annoying.
Careful, man. She might be watching.
She's my ex. I don't care anymore.
Talking
I actually had her
streams,
block
man,
me
took
on
my Ian.
Facebook so I wouldn't see anything from her anymore.
I can go in the other room then for that. I figured it out eventually. Sorry, I'm so slow.
We're just giving you crap, Neil Patrick. You're good.
I just straight up didn't get it. I like totally forgot what I said by the time I looked down and saw his comment. I know. I'm the worst.
Docking request granted.
We're loose screws. We show love by hitting each other. With railguns. Or in Dubs' case, a T7.
Yes.
Landing gear deployed.
Also, I swear, the more I look at a T7, the more it looks like a semi-truck with wings.
It is a semi-truck with wings. That's what it's supposed to look like. You've finally done it. Oh, did you see that landing? It was so good. Very proud of that.
Butter.
Alright, what do I have for you? Oh good, an internal report. Ah, an influence reward. Look at that.
Incoming message.
Okay, very good.
I don't mind those missions when it's an influence reward, because then I know it's helping.
Right. Well, I mean, they're all worth some influence, right? Okay, so I think we're done. I think we just got to do this one scan, which I will get a bounty for. Alright, back to that other planet. And then I can probably lose my bounty, and then I got a whole other system to go to and do a bunch more assassinations.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I think I had mostly assassinations in the other system. It's going to be loud.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
My illicit cargo warning.
1. Engage.
Oops, rattle up. So Dubs, what's up? Are you playing tonight? Or are you just hanging in here?
I'm just listening to y'all.
Oh wow.
I might log in. I'm setting up some stuff on my server at the moment.
Hmm.
I had to reinstall a lot of shit.
What happened to it? Oh, this is the server that you like host games on and stuff?
Yeah. I decided to install Hyper-V to turn it into a Type 1 hypervisor so that I could run many virtual operating systems. And for some reason, the older Dell, what is it? The older Dell servers, the UFI doesn't play well with Hyper-V. I had to reconvert it back to BIOS and all that nonsense.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it bricks it, turns it into a boot loop machine when you try to install Hyper-V on a UFI style older Dell server.
Well, I don't know much about that, but I know that you don't want to screw with BIOS and EFIs if you can help it.
Yeah, the best I can gather is the Hyper-V makes like certain calls at the BIOS level, and
well,
the
they have
Windows Server
different boot
2019
records, right? So, because
there's yeah.
I know like Windows 10 and stuff, like you need to set that correctly, or you can boot loop Windows 10 if you have that set wrong.
Yeah, so it's just something was incompatible between the UFI firmware and the Windows Server 2019 trying to be installed as Hyper-V. Like it just something wasn't happy and it just wasn't working, so I converted the server back to BIOS, reinstalled the OS, and it's working just fine.
Orbital
There you
flight
go.
engaged.
Alright, lead yard works. It says it's low security. I don't think anybody's even going to shoot at me here.
I'm officially 36 jumps from home.
Hooray. What'd you learn out there? That you can't get all the way there?
No, I tried real hard though.
Detected. Flight assist.
Like now, this is the first time out there when I've actually known what I'm doing, exploring, so.
Sure.
First time was in a DBX when I was really new and I got stuck and had to self-destruct because I had no friends then.
Oh no.
Warning. You have entered a trespass zone.
Oh wow, they have a wide trespass zone here. Alright, there's my terminal. Losing too much altitude. Almost a half a G here. Let's see if I can balance on the tip of my ship here.
Really testing those retro thrusters, aren't you?
Yeah, it's nice when I can see them. It makes me feel great. All right, we got a trespass fine. All right, come on. Here we go. And alarms, and we're out. There we go. Okay. Now I am pretty done in this system. Why does it say I still have a mission in this system? Let's see. Something I have to scan for? This is the trouble with stacking missions sometimes. Alright. Make sure I get
You have that where's my pants moment.
Well, like, I was expecting the mission icon to be gone on GalMap, you know?
Ah.
Straight up. There we go. Okay. Now I have a second. It could be another... Yep. I have to assassinate some people here. That one... What was that? In what system? Base? Oh, that's in the other system. I got these already. Okay, so I have one assassination I have to do here, so let's go to Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive charging.
Of course, I didn't scan the nav beacon when I jumped in here, so let's see if I can find it. Mission objective detected. Oh, there he is. Good, he's right out here. On the other side of the planet. Threat 3. Not so bad. He's out here.
Is it a civilian you're assassinating?
No, I don't take those. I don't like dealing with the notoriety. No, this is some pirate target. Oh my god, I gotta get off this planet's surface. Still moving too slow. Right. Okay, Python. That's my mission target. And that's why I have an interdictor. I can catch him. Oh, he's getting further away. No! He's closer than the signal source. He's a master Python. Why? How did he get threat 3? I guess because he's in a wing. He might get too far away. Yeah, he's still accelerating past me. I'm gonna have to switch to the signal source. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the signal source. overshoot. Draw that. Here we are then. So now I'm actually wanted, so if cops jump in on me, it's possible they'll shoot at me. I want to end this quickly.
Flight assist off.
Oh shoot, there's already cops here. Oh, there's already a friendly ship here anyway. That's weird.
Sometimes those missions will drop in a friendly.
Oh yeah, see,
System
the
authority
pirate
now.
is attacking the friendly, so that's good. It's probably just because I'm friendly with the faction, I guess it's not police.
Nice.
That's a bad shot, it's alright. Still lost it now. Oh, he almost turned on me. Didn't get me this time. It's okay.
He's trying.
Yeah, he did a nice reverse turn that worked. It's not gonna save you. There we go. There it is.
Mission objective complete.
There we go. Mission complete.
Boom.
Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone.
I really do like
DBX.
exploring, but coming back is like the worst.
Well, you gotta plan on yourself a loop. So your exploring
Got
isn't
it.
done until you're actually back. You're not just racing back at the end, right?
That's
how
my
we do-
problem. I do the race back.
Yeah, when we've done the expeditions and stuff, like we plan them with waypoints out and back that are different, so you're always seeing different things. And
That sounds like a lot of effort. Not gonna lie.
well, it is. That's actually why I didn't plan the second one. I was a little burned out. Okay.
You know, that's fair.
Now, oh my god, there is still a mission icon on this system. What missions are for here? Oh my god, it's this one. There's another. I have to assassinate Luke Lieb, a politician. Oh my lord. Okay.
Frameshift drive charge.
Back to Super Cruise. Let's find Luke.
4, 3, 2.
Be aware that politician may not be wanted.
That's interesting.
Generally, when I get those, they're
I-
not.
Now that I think of it, I haven't done one of those before.
Good influence, though.
It is. It's not. It doesn't. Usually they say like wet work or something, don't they? Because wet work is civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well drop in on him and see what he is.
Yeah, I guess I might forgo this because I actually don't. I think I got a scan for it though. Let's see if anybody's out here in cruise before I get too crazy. Oh, Python, there he is.
Oh, it's fast.
Yeah. Need to get behind him. He's, it says mission target, does not say wanted.
I
You got a
would put
fine
that,
for interdicting him, so I'm gonna go with not.
Yeah. Yeah.
and you might get notoriety for killing him.
Well, I will if he's clean.
Yeah.
So the trick is, can I get him to shoot at me? Probably not. I'm probably gonna have to fail this mission.
Hull integrity.
I mean, I already have a
Doesn't-
bounty in the system, so
Isn't the you torpedo him and then you ram him to death?
well, I could ram him. Yeah, because he's not gonna engage me.
Yeah, I think it's bumping him. It won't get you the notoriety. I think that's how Hate would do it. I think Hate's mentioned
Yeah.
it that way.
There's no notoriety involved with ramming to death.
All right, here we go then. Oh, I missed.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Ah. Come on, I had his shield almost down with the first hit. God, how am I so bad at ramming?
To be fair, the Mamba isn't widely known as a rammer, so.
Yeah, I know. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Gotcha. Shield down. Half his hull.
They're probably
Got
in
him.
that ship. Like, what is happening? I cannot believe that worked.
Target destroyed.
That's funny.
And they're like,
Bounty incurred.
I got a bounty for the murder. Do I have notoriety? Nope, 0 notoriety. Screw you, Luke. I'm gonna scoop up your mats.
You're still gonna get the bounty for being a really bad pilot.
Oh, sure, that's fine. A 5,000 credit bounty is not... I don't care about that. We're fine, we're all fine here.
Scan detected.
Oh shoot, scan detected. Nope, don't like that. See you later, guys.
Run, fool.
Collector limpet expired.
I left my collector limpet. I'm out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Looks like
Hi, guys.
almost 600. You asked how fast the Mamba boosts to. Fast enough to
There you
avoid
go.
a scan. All right.
Fair.
I officially don't have any more missions in this system. Okay. I would love to clear my bounties.
No Quision's usually a pretty good place to do it. It's out of the way.
Well, I want something close. Oh, here, Bumber. That's close. Yep, there it is.
I think
Okay.
once I'm done engineering my Challenger, it'll keep up with your Mamba, though, because mine will do 457 in a boost, and it only has grade 2 so far.
Frameshift drive charging.
You think your Challenger can keep up with my Mamba? Challenge
As far as speed
accepted.
goes.
I don't think so. Challenger is not a fast ship.
I do have a large ship that will keep up with it, though.
Yeah.
If you want to call the Orca a large ship.
The Orca is a medium ship in a large frame.
The Orca, however, is fast and can take a beating despite its entirely almost glass construction.
Yeah.
Must be tempered glass. The good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's stop at Tolstoy. I'm gonna take a quick break, get another drink, and we'll do the other system.
Another drink or another drink?
Drink!
That's what I thought. I was just checking.
Beer through a straw. You know how I stream.
Did you just say you drink beer through a straw?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Because I have to. Otherwise, you can't fit it under the face mask.
Suppose that's true, huh?
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
I'm not too proud to use a straw. Not if it means
VR
I can drink
problems.
beer while playing VR.
The truth is, he's actually a robot, and he doesn't want to reveal his oil can to us, so he uses a cozy. That little
He used-
koozie he had.
Use the metal
the fucking
koozie because
straw.
metal appeals to me
Yeah.
as a robot.
Yeah.
Flight assist.
You're holding it like this feels right.
Ah, fellow metal brethren, supply me with your sweet, sweet oil.
Back on topic, Challenger is a lot quicker of a ship than people give it credit for.
Well, it's slower than the Chieftain, so if you were going to try to outrun me in a sea ship, you'd use that, wouldn't ya? I said, wouldn't ya? I know the Chieftain is slower than the Mamba.
Alright, I gotta get on Coriolis, BRB.
Alright.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, bounce. Bad job. There we go.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Tell Dubs he better not break his server. Bonzo wants to tell us.
Don't worry,
something.
Tusnik. It's still running right now. It's
All right,
back to at least
Bonzo.
that point.
You got it. What's up, man? I could do these bounties too, couldn't I? All my
Hello.
several of my things. Hey, man. What's up?
What y'all up to? Oh, I am kind of kicking myself because I didn't check to see what Marco Quint needed before I went to go see him, and now I need to find 25, what is it, modular terminals. So
those are mission
fun.
rewards.
Yeah.
Unless somebody sells them on a carrier, you might be able to find that because people stock those.
See,
when
I
the
asked
carriers are
You
at the-
know,
I asked peeps
the
on
boat.
Discord to see if they had any,
The
and I
boat
might
has
have to
them.
go to the boat.
The boat has them.
I'll
where
log
is
in
the
right
boat?
now and set up a sell order.
See? You see what you get? Alright, I'm taking a quick break, and I'll be back in a minute to do the rest of these missions.
And no worries.
Dubs, where is the boat right now?
It's somewhere. Let me log in. I haven't actually logged into this game in over a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Been busy.
Friggin' work.
Yep. Work and
All that-
then I get
All
home
that
and
army stuff.
on the weekends I gotta work on cars and shit.
No,
Spent
darn
half
it,
of-
Trax was right.
I wasted half of today out at my uncle's place looking at some Cadillac car just to find out that the timing chain had jumped and one whole side of the engine is fucked. So
With grade 5 dirty drag drives on a Challenger, I would top out at 506, which
That's
is
not fast
just
enough for a
slower
Mamba.
enough yeah, just slow enough for it to matter against a Mamba, but
Yeah.
still pretty fast for a ship of its size.
Yeah, no, it's fast for as fucking beefy as it is. That's for damn sure. And you might actually be able to hold out in a fight since it's got a much stronger hull.
And massively more weapons.
Yeah, it's got a good weapon loadout.
What ship are we talking about?
Challenger.
The Chief Challenger. Oh,
Yeah, he's talking about the
Yeah.
Challenger.
Challenger. I mean, it's still decent, and with the SLF combined.
No,
That's
they
the
took that
Crusader. The Challenger is the one that's like the gunship. Got 3 mediums, 3 smalls, and a large.
3 mediums and 3 smalls. I don't know, man.
Find my
And a
damn
large.
carrier.
The Chieftain kind of seems the better pick in my personal opinion.
The Chieftain is better as a direct combat ship, but the Challenger has its places.
Challenger is a little more versatile as far as C-series ships go. I can
Alright,
run mild cargo in this really well.
The boat's in Kwama right now for whoever needed it.
You're in Kwama?
I'm not, but the boat is.
Oh, the boat is in Kwama.
You said you needed what material was it?
Modular terminals?
I have 153 of them.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm saved. I gotta make
For
this
1
6,000 light year
million
trip
feet.
again, but I'm saved.
What do you mean again? You made the trip once, you're done.
I wish.
6,000 light years ain't bad.
You really should be able to plot to the 2 different star clusters. Alright, let me change direction here, because I was going to Ross.
I'm not going to be happy until I can plot to Andromeda. The galaxy.
Oh, I was gonna say the
You,
galaxy?
you might be waiting a while for that.
I'm not a skeleton sitting here. Shut up.
Quama. I have to spell it out. This map has been giving me all kinds of fits today.
But even in a challenger, I think I would have maneuverability over the Mamba, though. Just by a little.
No.
Over the Mamba?
The Mamba's very maneuverable. You know, it may drift a lot,
You
but
think?
if you are using the right type of weapon loadout and have enough pips to, you know, thrusters, it doesn't matter. You just boost, keep boosting.
Just boost through whatever mistake you made.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Okay. Now, looking for the boat. Oh
Are
wow.
you in there now?
I'm in the system.
Let me know when you touch down, and I'll put them up for sale.
Dozer. Also, what were you breaking on your game server, Dubs?
I took the entire thing down. Had to reinstall the operating system.
That sucks.
Everything. For
Yeah,
what?
so what it comes down to is, you know how, like, normal, like, VMware and stuff, you can emulate hardware for a second, you know, I guess, guest operating system.
Yeah.
Whenever you use Hyper-V with Windows or, like, Windows Server, it doesn't do it that the same way. It's not a Type 2 hypervisor that emulates everything. Like, it straight up picks up the Windows operating system, inserts the Hyper-V underneath it, makes itself a Type 1 bare metal hypervisor, and like your Windows installation now becomes one of the guest operating systems running on the hypervisor, even though it's the main one that does all the hardware management. And then any
That
other
sounds way
VMs that
too
you run,
complicated.
yeah, it makes it to where you have a little better performance than just running VMware. It gives better hardware, I
There.
guess. Yeah, more direct hardware access for your VMs.
Now I'm curious, though, if what you're running could be better running Linux than on a Windows server.
I tried Linux. I installed Proxmox. It's basically Debian with the KVM hypervisor, but I wasn't a huge fan of like the management of it. Like, I'm sure it would work, and yeah, I got it figured out, but I didn't like the way it was managed, and I preferred having the Windows operating system user interface because that's what I'm used to. And I
That's
like,
fair.
you know, the
I was just
Hyper-V.
curious.
Yeah, Hyper-V is easy enough to use. It works well enough.
Yeah.
I did a lot of
It's a-
Linux work in a past job, so I learned to love it because I had to.
yeah. You said it was in comma, right?
Yes, that's what my
QA
carrier.
QAMA, and it's called the
Yes.
boat?
Well, big ol' anime titties.
Oh.
We call
I've
it the
been
boat.
Got
looking
him.
for it for like 30 minutes. Or 20 minutes looking for where the fuck is this boat?
That joke is never going to get old, Dubs.
BOH. Okay.
Yeah, and then the sixth letter designator, the triple N gigahertz, is the noise one would usually make while looking at big ol' anime titties.
You are the luckiest dirty mind in the history of the internet.
I know. I love that fucking the identifier that I got for it. It's amazing. Whenever they did like the post patch for the fleet carriers, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it looks like we might be getting new fleet carrier identifiers." I was gonna be big fucking mad if they had changed my carrier identifier. I was gonna submit a trouble ticket, and be like, "Yo, y'all need to put it back right now."
Put it
Yeah, I
back.
think at this
Put it
point in
back.
the game that the boat has been around long enough that some dev has probably seen it and gone, ha, and moved on.
Yeah.
Apparently, I may be getting a carrier of my own at some point in the near future.
Oh yeah. If you've got 6.4 bill set aside, you can buy it.
Volt and Deadeye have made it their own personal mission to get the money put together. And I've
I
been
have
trying to
time
help
for a
them,
million.
but with the race event coming up now in a week, I'm having to focus on that.
Oh, we racing again?
Yeah, on next Friday. Or I guess this Friday now, on the 22nd.
Freaking nice. I didn't know that. I missed that announcement or
Yeah,
something.
it was in events, and then Larkshot posted on it this morning.
Nice. Love racing. Badly.
Oh, he's back.
He is
Alright,
back.
I'm on the ship now.
You there? Okay, let me go ahead and put in. He said modular terminals.
Someone needs to pop a Thargoid noise right when he puts his headset on.
I don't have enough time. I'm on a different
back.
screen.
What I miss?
All right, they are
What I
now for
miss?
sale. Purchase the number you need and let me know.
Hey, Trex, you'll be happy to know you're right. I looked on Coriolis.
Oh
and
shit, I only have 4. Sorry,
with
go
my
ahead.
current setup, Challenger with grade 5 dirties with drag drives would top out at 505.
Yeah.
Still
Which
quick,
is
but not quick
good,
enough.
good for a challenger, but no.
Yeah?
Over 500 is actually good for a challenger.
Yeah.
That's a thick one.
Alright, you might want to take it off, Dubs, because I just realized that I was in an Explorer, and I, in fact, don't have 25 units of cargo space.
Ah,
Shut
Alright.
it down! Shut it down!
disabled. Let me know when you come back.
We've all
Let's-
been there. It's fine.
Where the hell is the Volt's carrier?
All right, let's see. How much cargo space am I gonna need out there? I'm
Where are you
carrying
headed to?
6 spaces, so I'll have total of 10. I just want to make sure I have enough. Okay, so I have. No, that one's completed. Okay, I have to pick up 4. No, I've got those already. I've got those. Okay.
In my head, you're sitting in your ship with a clipboard, just like turning pages, trying to figure out where you are.
No, all my other missions are assassinations. I don't have any black boxes in this other system, so I don't actually need to swing by.
I noticed a couple of them said. A couple of them said urgent kill and not assassinate. Are those after clean people, or I haven't done that
no,
many of them.
those are yeah, urgent kill on a pirate or something.
So they're all.
Yeah.
They're all baddies.
They're all kill the baddies. The politician, that's one that I had never seen that language before, and yeah, it turns out was a clean ship. But hey, I still got him.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackson, you let
Luckily, he
Volt in?
wasn't. Oh yeah. Wait, he is in.
I'm already here.
Already
Oh,
did
he's
it.
in.
Oh, looks like
Dubs
Dubs.
got me before you got the message.
Dubs is a
I
yeah.
just do it. I was going out the information at my disposal.
No, it's fine. It's because Dubs can see it easier than I can. I have to
Yeah,
take the
I'm keeping
time
an
to
eye.
look down.
Smart. That's
He's Dubs always good to have in the stream chat because he can take care of my business.
Get your
for
local
me.
Dubs today. at
Yeah,
Super-
I'm one of those flat screen guys, so I can just look over. This is
I wish I
why.
had a dual
This is
monitor.
actually like situations like this is why I don't play VR more often. Because I feel like
Yeah.
just being locked
Same.
down to the one view, like yeah, it's cool and all, but I want my other screens. Like I want to be able to look left, look right, and see other shit going on.
Well, I mean, I have my windows open on. They float inside. It doesn't show on the stream, but I can see chat and Discord and stuff like that. But I have to turn my head to look at them, and it's a little less Like when you have a monitor, your whole game is taking up like, 15 degrees of your field of view instead of 110.
I should get one of those eye trackers that I've seen streamers using.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that you put on your ball cap?
Or in my case, my glasses.
You can put them on your glasses even. Oh.
Hey, what was that? Something happened. And it didn't tell me in chat what it
Now
was.
hosting you with 1 viewers.
Oh. That's weird. Elite Track is the... Elite Track is the little plugin that I have that like shows on stream what my ship is, and like info from Elite.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I wonder if it, because it occasionally pops up and says that it's hosting me with 1 viewer. I wonder if it does that whenever somebody clicks on it. I should like make a rule in my
Here, I'll
alert
click on
box.
it.
Maybe not. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, I was clicking all over it. It wasn't that.
Okay. I don't know what that is then. I don't know what the story is. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm realizing now. When you go to the website where Elite Track is hosted, they have like on the side panel, there's like a list of streams currently using it. I bet it shows up on there and somebody clicks on it or something. That's fine. Uh-oh. A mission target is pulling me. Alright.
It sucks to be him.
Yep.
I'm still laughing about the fact that your stream bot deleted 2 of my messages because I said beat his ass.
Because you're such a bad boy.
That
I
type
could have
of
said so many worse things.
Look, if you want to be inappropriate, you're gonna have to use your mouth. God damn it!
Hey, you watch your freaking mouth.
You watch your fingers, but your mouth can.
Vulture.
It's not as easy for them to scrub for content through audio, but when you type it into the text chat, they can find it.
Permanent record everywhere.
Still wasn't as good as the time we got.
I really want to know what they used for a sound, like a bass sound for that, because this almost sounds like a whale.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a whale in there.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even think
really
about it. Like the sound engineers for this game, they're just they're good.
Any sound that you
they're
hear in
really
any
good at this
movie or
stuff.
production and stuff, it's layers of sometimes dozens of sounds. And this is going to be no
sounds like a
exception.
whale through a distortion pedal with a little bit of opera singer at the end.
I once saw like a 15-minute video of some guy breaking down the TIE fighter noise.
Yeah,
And it was like
video. That's
10 or
cool.
15 different sounds at least. I
Yeah,
forget what
there's
they all are now.
tires, car tires on a wet road.
Yeah.
And then there's some other things. There's like some fans and stuff in there.
That's wacky.
Yeah, it's great. Sound design is
engineering is
amazing.
They did some cool stuff with that. Like, God. There was one with like rubber bands or something. I can't remember what sound it was for, but they did something like they strung the rubber bands really high and they strummed them like a guitar and they turned that in part of a sound. It's always cool. I think it
Interesting.
might have been a blaster.
Well, the blaster is, it's like high tension steel cable, and they whack it with a wrench.
And a wrench.
And
That
you
makes
get-
sense.
Yeah, you get that like pew, that kind of thing. That's a major part of the blaster sound. There's some other things in there, and then the lightsaber is microphones with a broken ground near a leaky
That I
CRT
knew.
tube.
That one I knew. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like
I wonder
exactly
what
what
I
you
won-
think.
I wonder what a lot of our thruster noises come from. Like for the Type 9 example, for example, like it sounds like an actual rocket engine, but
Yeah.
not.
The one I
There-
want to
there are
know,
components of that in there, for sure.
the adder. The sounds the adder makes as you're coming to a stop or rapidly
Dude.
changing direction. That little
Yes.
Right.
like, what,
Yeah.
what
You know
did
what that is?
really-
There's this particular kind of like engine or something, and it's what they used in there's a sound that the Millennium Falcon makes sometimes, like when the hyperdrive is failing, it does that. It's that
Yeah,
same
that
thing.
one.
There's
Like
this
the
physical
something
kind of
revving.
jet engine that the way it cycles, it does that. It has that little like that tone to it. Oh man,
Oh, it's
you should check out
like
the.
actual jet engines, not the turbo fans, but the turbo jets do that.
I think so. Yeah, it's one particular type too that's like really famous for saying. So there's a podcast called 20,000 Hertz that if you're interested in this stuff, you should definitely check out. And there's an episode where they talk about that in particular. It's really great. What was I doing? Oh, I was on my way to the
It's hands down my favorite noise that any of the ships make.
What, the Millennium Falcon's issue thing? Or no, you
So
meant
the adder, he means.
Yeah, the adder's weird noise.
I will
I'd forgotten
completely
about
agree.
that Millennium Falcon noise. That's a really good one. It's like
It is.
Yeah, it goes up and then comes down and then he kicks it. Yeah.
I will completely agree with the pilot, though, of what he said about the boost noise the Challenger makes in his review. It does sound like the blow-off valve of my neighbor's Honda next door.
Sounds like a turbo.
Like,
I've got to say that probably one of the best noises in this game is the carrier jump. You cannot beat that.
Ship jump.
I love that so much.
It's too good.
The horns. The horns are really good.
Well, the horns are just standard fog horns that they just modified.
I know.
Oh yeah,
they still sound good.
They work perfectly.
Manituk's pointing out the seismic charges.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I have no idea what makes those, but they're
juicy and delicious.
Never heard an asteroid described that way, but okay.
Oh, they're perfect. All right.
Is it the asteroid that makes that sound? No, it's not the asteroid because it's the bomb.
It's when it blows up.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Because they redo it in The Mandalorian, and there's no asteroid.
No. I'm talking about in this. I thought he was talking about in this game.
You
mean the
seismic charges when you're mining?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Are they
very
the same
similar
thing?
sound, to your credit.
As the sonic charge?
It's the boom. Yeah, that like pitch down explosion thing. It's pretty great.
Now you guys are making me want to go.
Corn mining.
Go hate myself going asteroid mining or asteroid cracking.
I'm just casually listening to copyrighted music as I auto dock into a station.
FAS does have some get up and go when it wants to, huh?
It does.
Faster in a straight line than any of those sea ships, since we were talking about it. There we go.
It is.
Is that your frag, Mamba?
Oh, it is. You know it.
Hopefully.
That's why everything falls instantly.
I wonder how that would do.
Heavily armored ship.
I wonder how that would do. Just one like full clip into the AXT7 I built.
Hey,
See how much damage it would do.
Fly on over. We'll give it a shot.
I'm currently working on somebody's fleet carrier credits, so I would, but I'm not gonna be able to.
Save the day.
Yeah.
Kevin's a good ship.
I would be helping if I didn't have like a race that I need to get done by Friday and have 0 engineering prep for.
Meanwhile, me hauling 2,000 tons of cobalt back and forth.
That's why you join the voice chat, so you don't go crazy.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh,
Next jump, P640.
I keep having to chase that. I really do need the carrier though, so I'm gonna help at some point because I'm getting really tired of chasing down all of my ships all across the galaxy.
New phone, and I got locked out of Disney Plus. I just realized that. Whoops.
Wah wah.
Tom tom tom.
I'm not subscribed to Disney Plus at the moment. I'll re-up that when
foolish
the Book of Boba
bastard.
Fett comes out.
It came free with our phone plan for the next 4 months, so we're
I
like,
don't know
okay.
if it's free or not, but it's also not within my direct control, so I don't worry about it.
Fair. All right, let's see how much data I got out there.
I think technically I'm taking care of a bunch of these assassinations while they interdict me like idiots. Okay.
Have any
Maybe
of you
we'll
guys thought
finally
about
make it to the nav beacon.
What Bonzo?
Have any of you guys thought about what a Alliance capital ship would look like?
Probably a box.
I've seen concept art on Reddit, and there was one of them that I absolutely loved, but I can't find it anymore.
I wonder if
Got-
the guy got
It
DMCA'd.
got taken down, yeah.
Or not DMCA'd, what's the word for that?
It
You-
wouldn't
you take-
be that, but yeah, copyright claim.
Copyright
anyway.
claim.
You
Copyright.
take a Challenger and you stretch it, make it big.
Honestly, that could work. Like the pylon
Really
thing.
long.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Man,
Long
let me
voice.
see. Maybe it's in my saved.
Alright, here we
Mm.
go.
In my
No.
mind,
No, they took the post down.
in my mind, Alliance capital ship, you would start with a chieftain, and then attached to the back of that is a T10. Then attached to the back of that Stater, attached to the back of that
So
Challenger, and you're done.
You're
Well-
describing Alliance ship like a centipede.
That's
is a
kind of
horror
the
movie.
Alliance
This
design philosophy,
the
to be
capital
honest.
ship that I saw on Reddit had literal. It was like, think of it like a mix between a capital ship and a carrier. It had landing pads and it had strong batteries on it, enough to rival the Farragut, which was interesting. But you could tell it was Lakon designed because the canopy was bubbled around the front.
Can you guys imagine if Lakon got a contract to build capital ships?
Oh my god. I
would want to buy one.
out
I would want to
everybody.
buy one.
I'm a Lakon fanboy as it is, so if they had a cap ship, I'm like, yes, please.
Yep,
The
same.
Chieftain and the Diamondback are good, but I'm not a huge fan of the whole floating box thing that the Type's got going on.
You're talking to the Type 7 King.
Well,
Oh, you're proclaiming yourself
I
a king
hold-
now.
I hold my stance. You can come here and get these hands.
You be quiet. You're in the presence of royalty.
Why is the Sojourn in Ross 310?
Huh?
What?
I
That
don't know
is
what you're
not
talking
true.
about.
That's my crate mark too. And it is apparently very lost, and the game does not even know where it is. Because it was supposed to be on Volt's ship, then I
Oh.
transferred it to Deadeye's ship, and apparently it's not on either now.
Are you
Huh.
sure one of those isn't in Ross 310?
Yes, I am. I just went back and forth between the two of them here. Oh,
Yeah, he's been floating between me and Deadeye's carriers for like months, and it's
almost a year?
it's
As long as
probably
I've been.
it's probably costed you a ton of credit transferring stuff back and forth.
I don't even look at it. I don't look at where my credits are.
Yeah,
That
because
must
there
be
was
nice.
when you transferred over to my carrier the other night, the market thing just went whoop.
Does it pay you to transfer it?
No, it pays the carrier and it goes directly into upkeep.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. Is that because
Well,
did you get your
I've got a
tariff or did you get the fee?
I got the tariff.
Ah, okay. I guess that makes sense.
What is actually here?
Yeah, and 100% of my
It's like
things
pretty much-
allocated to upkeep, so it just goes straight into upkeep.
Yeah.
The carrier named
Flight assist.
Frodo's Bang Bus.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm in a system off of Shindezra, and yeah, Murder Goose. Casting Couch, that's good.
Oh no, that's terrible. Nope.
KBT.
The old Slave Paradise.
That's mine.
Man.
It's yours, but it
Yes.
Got a
it was
cool
on
just
yours.
over 10 million for a weekend
What?
trip out into the black. That's not bad.
Yeah, nice. What's on this Anaconda? Is it like good to go long distances?
I'm glad I memorized my carrier tag because then I can read it even when the UI is messing up and you can only read the fleet carrier ID numbers.
I bookmark it.
Yeah.
Fine,
mine's
yeah, I
bookmarked,
know, but sometimes it bookmarks mine.
too. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, mine. Oh god, what is it?
Oh god, there's.
So I'll have instances where like the bookmarks are off. Like it'll tell me they're in some completely random system. And then
Only
other
time I have
times
that
it
happen
just
is
won't.
like a carrier's in the middle of a jump.
There it is.
I can't find them.
Warning, you have entered a
Definitely
trespass
crashes
I have
earlier.
no idea where this freaking.
I
ship
just
is
looked
now.
at Sagittarius A-star. The first carrier in the list is Flat Earth Inc.
I've seen that
Nice.
carrier
Yep.
before.
Oh,
Alright.
Vol, where
Gotta
did you
fit
see
the
that?
Mamba in here? Oh my god.
Huh?
Coming in
Where did
tight.
you see that Jamor was like the highest earner in loose screws?
I didn't. It was probably just a guess. I know.
Oh, I thought you said you like.
No, there's no way to actually look unless Nara tells you.
Only if they up to an RF.
Yeah, and it's only that would only be what they actually send to Inara, not everybody.
That's it. Hack into their
Jamor's gonna
machine
be
and
disappointed when he
look
comes back on.
Okay. Well, he's right down. Oh, hold on. The bard has something to say.
Bard, come on.
Since apparently the stream chat is general chat tonight.
Yep.
Sorry, Trax.
Whatever. I'm just running missions, I guess, but it's fine.
Hey, we're here to keep you company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It's fine.
What he
It's fine.
said.
Okay, what am I doing here?
He has been invited to speak.
Bard,
He has
come
been.
on.
Yeah, Bard, you gotta go look at your Discord near the top somewhere, I think. It's gonna...
Minimize it and bring it back up, Bard.
Yep.
That's what I usually
Okay,
have to do.
apparently I
Sometimes it
did a
doesn't
thing when I
work
wasn't
hard.
doing a thing.
drive charging.
Okay. Hey, am I
Oh.
live? Can you hear me?
You're on, man.
Yep.
Okay.
We're live.
The-
I didn't do a damn thing. I'm in a combat zone and I hear a dinging noise and I'm like, okay, sure.
Oh, it
Look
said
back.
to us that you had raised your hand.
It did? I didn't
Yeah.
do a damn thing.
Oh man, Discord's awesome,
That's
isn't
funny.
it? Isn't Discord fantastic?
Yup.
Always
Okay.
fantastic.
So how's the new owner of the Tinhadium Express doing tonight?
Bruh, this is amazing. I love that motherfucker so damn much.
Great carrier name, by the way.
Thank you.
That was like perfect. How long did you have that for?
About 20 minutes, give or take. I've had so many names spooling up inside of me that I was like, I gotta pick something else. Like, so I was like, I gotta pick something.
I just left the starport and I just see a giant explosion in front of me. Guess an AI ship just died.
Yeah, shit happens.
They're shooting fireworks because they're so glad you're leaving.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm the one bringing. I'm the one bringing
Savage.
them commodities. I think they're just mad because I'm emptying their bank account.
That might be it too, honestly.
Bank of Xeons is like, where the hell is all your money going, station? They said trade missions.
Is there a way to tell your
say-
ship to go into Super Cruise without using your button?
Uh-oh.
Because my button is fucked up.
Voice
Left hand
commands.
side,
Yeah.
your nav
Python
panel.
pulling
You can super
me.
cruise from there.
The left
Get him,
side?
Trax.
Yeah, your left hand panel, you can super cruise from there.
Under attack.
Look at this
We'll say
idiot.
that. I heard that moment of you guys talking about a Lakon mega ship, and all I can think of is all of the heat relays would be around the camp. That's all.
I love that. I love that.
It's an excellent observation. I like it.
But the fun part is instead of it jumping out, it just cracks the canopy open and all the crew just.
Everyone's suffocating.
out into
Yeah,
the TV.
that's about right.
I am on my way back.
Alrighty.
I had to take my freaking Anaconda. 'Cause apparently that's the only
Oh,
ship I had
no.
available.
Dead Python.
So we're going to be there in 6 jumps.
Hey, that's alright. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
It's got an engineered FSD, thankfully.
Ooh, I need to do my homework.
Do your
See
homework.
you later.
Make your bed. Make your bed and do your homework. Don't
It's-
sleep on the
it's-
freaking
it-
mattress again.
It's 10:45. This homework's due at midnight.
Oh
You'll
wow.
be
We got an
fine.
hour 50
You'll be
and I get
fine.
that shit done.
You guys live in a different world than when I was in school, because when I was in school, homework was never due at midnight.
It was due next class.
Yeah, everything was in class. I didn't have email addresses for my professors.
I wish I had nightly homework. That would make things so much easier. Now I have actual just papers and projects and shit. They're like, yeah, here, do this fucking unit plan and have it done by next class. I was like, oh yeah, let me just get an entire semester's unit plan done in a week. Thanks.
See. Oh god, I just realized I don't have class until Wednesday.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you want to go do some trade missions?
I am doing trade missions.
Trade mission. At least until we knock that guy out of expansion by the billions of credits we flood into their economy.
Oh, crap.
Or actually take from their economy?
Yeah, there's an accountant in that star system somewhere that's pissed off at you guys.
Oh, you know it.
We need with the amounts of money that's going through that system, you need like an army of accountants.
Can you imagine trying to do their BGS? Their
Now
nerves
hiring
losing its shit.
CPAs.
Yeah.
We screwed up BGSs before. We've learned not to do this in loose screw space.
Yeah, I made that post, or I can't remember what day it was. I guess yesterday or something.
2 days. Yesterday or 2 days ago.
2 days ago, and I know like I think there are people out there that like don't chat very much that don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of not really talking at you guys, but I do get a bunch of replies like, I know we don't do it in your space. You know, we don't do it in loose screw space anymore because that's the way it goes.
But yeah, the only time I do these ridiculous trade missions is if I get direct orders from Hate or Nurgle to do them.
Yeah.
And I won't I will own up to it. It's like, yeah, we completely fucked over the BGS that one. This was months ago at this point. But now, after having been yelled at,
we boosted
away.
Comma like pretty far. You remember that one night where Comma just suddenly went whoosh, like up crazy amounts?
Yeah.
That was us.
We put 4 billion through comma at one point.
Well, we have seen. I've seen people, or we have found out that people were just absolutely not paying attention to it and just like farming bounties exactly where they weren't supposed to, and like carelessly, just like, well, I don't care. That's just the Hazres I was nearest, and just turning them in wherever they want. And at times when we were trying to cool off systems, and it was really bad. Not just trade missions. So
Yeah.
there's people besides you doing it for sure.
I do try to make sure that I'm
like,
looking at the standing orders before I go to make a huge deposit of any kind. Like I've got, how much have I got right now?
It's like MX's video is still out there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Comma's traffic's dropped significantly though.
Yeah, because that only the Yemex stuff is effective in certain system states, and those aren't always in effect. So luckily that it comes and goes a little bit, but it's, oh, you're right, they're still out there. There's been a couple of times where Nurgle's been like, oh, the comma thing's flaring up again. I forget what combination of states it is. It's like somebody has to be at war while we're in boom or something.
Yeah,
which of course isn't super unlikely.
Yeah, Nurgle calls it the Latvian apocalypse.
Pretty accurate.
And Super doesn't know that it's happening either. He doesn't care. He doesn't know who we are.
Does Yemex even still play?
Oh no, he knows who we are.
He knows who we are? Well, he didn't tell me.
Yeah.
I contacted him.
What did he say?
He knows who we are.
He said, "Oh, I don't care."
Yeah, okay.
Basically.
That's why we didn't contact him, because we knew that's what the response would be.
Wow. Does this bastard own a fucking
PMF? No.
No, he owns a YouTube channel. That's it.
Does he even play Elite anymore?
No.
I haven't any idea. I
unsubscribed to his channel.
I told the YouTube algorithm I didn't want to see any of it really hard.
I saw he was on Twitch the other day. He's still playing Elite.
Another vulture. Bold.
I thought he was harmless at first. He's just like, uses it as comedy. I've seen other YouTubers do that kind of thing.
Oh, he's
Yeah, but
that's
we're
fine.
not the only BGS faction he's screwed over with those types of videos.
I mean,
is what it is.
nobody's going to tell him that he's not allowed to or shouldn't make videos like that. It's just that, you know, it just
courtesy.
makes things hard. And
Yeah,
I know he
it-
doesn't
it-
care. That's not what he's after, you know?
Yeah, but it would have been like a courtesy, like, hey, heads up, I'm about to throw this brick into your system.
That's a lot of work.
Well, I mean, imagine the alternative, of course, would be just like put the slightest little mention in your video of, oh, and by the way, like, this is going to majorly affect the BGS of systems you're doing it in. So if you know, don't, you know, pick up a couple of other things at the same time and even it out, or, you know, it's actually possible to do that, like he's describing, without screwing up everything.
Yeah.
You can still make credits doing both things. Like,
Right. But that's not his. He's not going to put in that extra effort. It's fine. Whatever. He is who he is. It's
what it is.
Yeah. It's. Not, I unsubscribe not because I think like he's like a complete asshole or he has some problem for the game or something. Any of this stuff, because people say like, oh, he's like poison for the game and stuff, and that's nonsense.
Nah.
Yeah, it's just not my kind of content.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make me feel good, and that's why I don't watch it. But I don't think I know that when he's not like, I know that it's a character. I'm not saying that he isn't.
Oh yeah, of course.
Actually having those opinions, but it is still
like
a
Jon
character at the
Stewart.
same time. And so,
like
but
Jon Stewart's
he's a
Daily Show.
perfectly polite and nice person in between videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it's all an act. Which is why I never got like super offended by it. No, Volt,
I'm getting pulled.
don't get pulled.
It's a clipper. Oh god. Am I gonna be
You're
able to
like
make
even-
this?
kill it.
Have you guys run into the bug where
I have no UI.
yeah, the UI for the interdiction thing is gone completely?
Oh well,
If
I
you can
gotta-
tell me if I'm getting dangerously close.
Crosshairs is what I've come up with. Like,
I'm still getting I'm still getting the escape vector. I just have no bars.
Yeah, so
Guys,
you have no idea how you're doing.
instant
You won, by the
solution.
way.
Instant solution to that.
No.
Stop and fight.
No. Horizons.
I know his
baby.
answer.
Horizons doesn't have that bug, baby.
The,
That's right.
But I gotta
the thing-
remap controls.
yeah, the
As
thing
soon
is,
as
I
get
like
my
Odyssey's
equipment, I'm gonna
UI.
go back into
Oh, we're
Horizons.
done. My missions are done. I didn't even know it. All right, we're going back.
Nice.
Get ready for the turn in of the century for every faction except us.
See, I like tracks. My only thing that is keeping me out of Horizons right now, one, I like going on foot every once in a while, and two, I like the new UI types for like mission running.
I like all that
Because-
too. I can't wait. I can't wait for the graphics to come down and I'll finally get the cool UIs and the better graphics. I'll be thrilled. Truly. I think they're all better. I would deal with the outfitting UI just to have the rest of it.
We all deal with
the outfitting.
UI.
It's not as bad once you get used to it, but it's
Oh, I'm
still-
sure it's just it's a big slap in the face because of how much of a missed opportunity it is, like having the
Yeah,
loadouts section and nothing.
it's
that
just a little
happens with
wonk. That's all.
Wonky, little.
it. But I would definitely put up with it for the cooler graphics and stuff. I think they're definitely better. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh man, the new lighting is crap and stuff. From the beginning, even before it was sort of like worked out and polished, I thought it was better still. I would have dealt with it.
Mhm.
I
I like the darker, lighter thing.
It's just a shame that they can't get the VR to work anymore or work properly.
Well, they could. They just aren't.
It's gonna take time.
Yeah, I mean the only issue with VR is performance, and then the fact that they didn't put an on-foot, control scheme into it.
Speaking
No,
of
so you're
VR,
fine with like the whole 2D on foot thing? Or
I
is
thought
No,
it-
you
I'm
weren't
not
a
fine
fan
with
of
it.
the
That's
wall.
why I refunded it. I refunded it
Yeah.
because I was willing to wait, but I refunded it when they said it was not on their roadmap anymore.
Oh.
That's the moment I
Yeah,
refunded
I'd
Odyssey.
be mad too.
Yeah,
That's
because I
fine.
bought it under the pretense that VR was not there at launch, which is Frontier speak for we're working on it, but it's not ready yet. And anyway, so that all aside, like, no, I don't think the current like on foot adaptation of VR with the cinema screen. I think two things. I think the cinema screen is fantastic because when you're in the SRV on a like lumpy planet, even I will get sick on a lumpy planet in an SRV if I'm in it too long. And I can throw on in Odyssey, I could turn on cinema screen right now in my headset and fix that and be able to like do my material grind or whatever it is I'm doing in the SRV. So I think it's fantastic to have it in the game, but I think it's not okay to say that we're not ever going to work on VR controls. Like the menu schemes that work really well for VR exist and would work fine. Like those rotary menus that you pull up that they adopted, those are great for games. Everybody loves them. That's why they use those in all the on-foot UI. And bonus, they work fucking perfect with motion controllers. That's like the best thing you can do with a motion controller. You hold a button, a menu comes up, and you move your hand. It's perfect.
What do you mean rotary UI? Like how they redesigned the shipyard and everything?
No. When you're actually on foot, you open any of your menus.
The circular ones.
Your item menu or your communications menu. The circular, those rotary UIs where you basically hold a button and move a stick in a direction, then let go to select that one. That is essentially how VR UIs work anyway. So they've already done the work. The menu exists. You just got to make it float in front of your face, and then you move your hand to select it. Job done. And frankly, I wouldn't. Whatever. I can talk all day. I don't know how to code these things, but
I have a feeling they're probably going to revisit that as soon as consoles get going.
And if they do, I'll be thrilled. I'm not rebuying it until it's actually in the game. Unfortunately, we're at the point now where I can't believe promises anymore. So the day it releases, I'll rebuy Odyssey, and I'll be so happy.
Hey, Trax, I got a question for you.
What?
HTC has announced a new VR headset that's going to be coming out next year. Have you heard of it?
Wait,
is
what?
It the Flow you're talking about?
I think it's a different one, but I could be wrong.
The one that just got leaked last week that everybody talked about, and now all the demos have gone live on YouTube and stuff, is called the Flow. It's like a super light. It's a media viewing headset. It's not really for games.
Oh, darn.
It's super light. It goes on like a pair of glasses. Yeah,
I know
the reviews are
exactly what
really
they're
good.
trying.
It goes on like glasses, and it looks like it's really nice and clear. The field of view is a little low for a next gen headset, but it's fine for what it is. But it doesn't have controllers. It uses your phone. Anyway, it's really for viewing media and playing a few simple games. It's not really.
Drats.
Right now, it doesn't allow you to connect other controllers. It doesn't allow you to connect to like an existing room scale system and stuff. So it's not a replacement for a real VR headset at this point. It's cool.
What's the price tag on it?
That's the other thing. I think it might be like $600, but it uses really cool lenses. That's how they're able to get it. It only weighs like the weight is measured in grams. It's like you literally can put it on like glasses. Like it doesn't have a head strap. The battery attaches to your belt and has a wire.
Neat. I can feel like
$600
to get the weight down.
What's the best value for VR headsets right now? Like, which one has the best value for money?
Probably a Quest 2.
It's Quest 2, but I don't recommend you buy it because it's Facebook and they are doing bad things with it. They're
are they?
getting more restrictive instead of.
There's actually an exploit.
Are you talking about where they?
Yeah, but you can't keep playing a bunch of your games with it. It's
you're stuck going only.
If you read the headline is like you can unFacebook your Quest, but when you read the details, it's like and almost nothing works once you do it. But hey, we got this far. No, truthfully,
I had that happen to me last night.
If you aren't afraid of Facebook and what they are as a company, buy the Quest 2. It's fantastic, and the price point is unstoppable.
I wouldn't say pure hatred.
I'm not. I'm using a Quest. I'm using a Rift S, and I bought it kind of before they did all this stuff, and so mine isn't locked into Facebook. I'm not buying
got a
anything
bill,
more
y'all.
from Oculus. I will never give them another $1. I'm not buying anything in their store. Everything I buy is on Steam VR now, because I know I'm getting out just as soon as Valve is working on something, so they're going to have a next-gen headset that hopefully will be wireless. But I'm
they already
waiting
have a
for the
headset?
next... Yeah, the Index, but it's probably the next best headset, all in all. But it's super expensive and it's still wired, so I'm not going to buy another headset until it's wireless, which the Quest 2 can be, and I think the tech will be even better by then. So I'm waiting.
All right, boys, I gotta take off. It was fun talking with y'all tonight. Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye, Lark.
Later, look, I've got a bill too. It sounds like a domestic is going on, and I hear sirens.
Oh,
Good luck.
yikes! All right,
Later, y'all.
Stay
Take care,
safe.
See ya.
See ya.
all right. Here come the turn-ins.
I am ready for Ready Player One to come up on the scene and just take over everything.
Well, they've got that omnidirectional treadmill thing that
Yeah.
came out.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
that
saw
came
that and I was
out.
like, ooh.
it's a lot of
They
money,
had
but
those-
it seems good.
They were debuting those at AwesomeCon like the second or third day. It was like the day before I actually was able to show up. They had those on display over in one of the exhibition halls. Apparently they were really good, but it was only for like one day. They left after that.
Dang.
I was
Sucks.
so mad.
Maybe
so
they're
the-
in production.
The trick with them seems to be that it's the shoes you have to wear that are sort of the hitch, because one of the great things about having a VR headset is being able to share it with your friends and have them play with you and stuff like that. And that becomes really difficult if you have to have shoes that fit everybody, right? So
Oh, so it can only be like a specific shoe size?
no, but you have to get multiple shoe sizes if everybody didn't fit in the same shoes, because you wear special
okay.
shoes that have these plastic slides on them, and then you can adjust them for the right amount of friction for your play taste.
You know what they should do is they should make it like those. You know how you can fit like ice spike cleats onto the back of your boots? They should do something like that at some point once they get the technology good enough.
I don't think I know what that is.
So they're like if you're like in winter, you can just click. It's like a little expandable
Yeah.
cleat thing.
Clip-on
You put
cleats,
it on the
you
toe
mean?
and then you put it
Yep.
to the heel.
You should be able to clip
Basically
the
clip-
slides onto your shoes. That's exactly right.
Yeah, they should do. At some point, they should develop that because that would solve that whole issue.
It would.
Tra-
Yep, you're right.
Tracks, this is a funny side note. I just realized I'm eating a candy that I got from the store that's literally called Mamba. It's like these little weird rectangular fruit snacks, and
Here.
I actually kind of like them.
Check out my new paint scheme and ship kit setup.
Oh, for the Mamba. Ooh.
I put the Raider
to
Pack
hear.
spikes on the front, and then the rest of it is the regular ship
Oh, yeah,
pack.
that's nice.
And this new paint job, which just came out, this is the one they were making fun of on Lave Radio, by the way. They
Is
all
that the
said looked
Pharaoh
like the
Gold?
70s. Pharaoh Gold. I'm walking the dog, listening to Lave. I had just slapped this on my Mamba the night before because it just came out, and I was like, oh, that's fucking great. It looks awesome with the Raider spikes. And the black and everything looks great with the other ship kit because the ship kit adds more black trim to the back and everything. I was like so happy. I'm walking the dogs with Lave Radio in my ears, and they're like, "Oh man, it's so awful. It's like the 70s. It's the worst ship kit," and everyone's agreeing. And I'm like, "Oh no, the English all hate me." I said, I picked on them in their Discord about it. Not that they care, I'm sure, but it was fun. Anyway, I think this is fantastic.
They'll hate my fucking fleet carrier. That's for damn
Oh my god, yeah.
What'd you do to
It's
it?
the exact same
Wait,
color
what is
scheme,
it?
Tracks.
Yup.
Oh, Mana took.
You have a picture of it somewhere, Bard?
Let's see.
Bro, it's the Tinhadium Express. If you're in V640, you can just take a fucking. Or
I'm in.
740.
I'm in.
I'm in 740. Are you,
now.
is it here? I'm going.
It's on 740. It's in 7 Andromeda for
Andromeda?
War.
Oh, 7 Andro is
might-
where I'm going actually, because I got to turn in that
Oh,
shared
shit.
mission. That
I might try and show up there and take a peek at it.
Wait, why does
What
it
is-
say I have a mission at this other system? What the
Let me
hell?
see if I can find
Hold
my
on.
Am I gonna have the materials to upgrade the power distributor on this thing?
Oh my god, I
haven't-
missed.
probably
I have an
don't.
assassination mission I haven't done yet.
Oh,
Go kill his ass.
All right, sorry, I got one more stop before I go to 7 Andro. But I do have to go there because when I first hopped on, Manitouk was doing wartime massacre stuff and just shared it, winged up and shared it with me. So I have to go collect a cool 20 million for doing nothing.
Great.
So I just tried getting someone new into Elite. They left Mawson, and they're like, my eyes, they burn. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Why? Because it was too bright?
Because of the sunrise across the planet.
Oh.
A buddy of mine actually decided to try Elite Dangerous all on his own. Like, no, he texted me about it. He's like, hey, you play Elite Dangerous before, right? I was like, yeah, I play that game all the time. I'm gonna get into it. I'm like, oh, alright, cool. I've just kind of been letting him do his own thing because I don't want to influence him with all my ranting about Frontier so far. But I think he likes it.
Oh, that's good.
He says he wants to go out into space and disappear. So I don't know if he wants to actually join any groups or anything. But we'll see.
You know, going out into space and disappearing is the best time to join a group because they'll keep you sane.
Yeah.
He's on Xbox though, so I don't think Discord and all that works.
Well, you can put it in your ears on your phone or something, right? Right, I gotta find a nav beacon, I'm sure.
See, we think of that,
Oh, wait.
but he's gonna be like, I don't want to mess with my phone and all
I've
that.
already got a location. Yeah, I know. I know some people have been able to like kind of join us in chat via the phone, and actually Nurgle was doing that for quite a while. When something was up with he didn't have a good microphone or some shit. I don't know. It's not great, I know, but
we'll have to see.
it's the most compatible with console play because you're on a couch. You know, it's not like you can have a computer sitting next to you easily.
Just the way he kind of does things is he has to be introduced into things slowly, like piece by piece, you know? Otherwise he just like rejects everything.
Posted the screen cap in screenshots, so.
I'm gonna go see on my own. I don't want to spoil it.
Alright.
You're dropping in a minute.
You know, fucking do its thing with, you know, screen printing, whatever.
Oh my gosh, the paint job that Lark has on that Crusader, or is that that's a Challenger? That's a Challenger.
Yeah.
That is an interesting paint job. The blue and orange.
Oh, was it blue and orange?
Yeah.
Black and green. I saw that today.
It's pretty. I've never seen that paint used before, honestly.
Oh shit, I fucked up.
He rocks it. I mean,
yeah,
it looks good.
Yeah, Lark puts it. He makes his ships look good. He's always changing ships, but boy oh boy, he never doesn't put a paint job or a ship kit on it.
No. I've been slowly just begging Frontier in their Twitter posts, give me a Type 7 ship kit, please. Please. For the love of God, I'll buy 10 of them just cuz. Take my arcs, give me a ship kit.
Murphy, you mostly harmless bastard.
The plan for tonight has certainly gone off the rails, but I got a engineer unlocked that I'm going to need, so I guess that's good.
Palin?
Nope, Quint.
Oh, Quint. He's the most disappointing engineer ever. He can't do anything to G5, and he lives so far from his parents' star.
Wait, he can't do power distributors to D5?
He does distro and power plants only to grade 4. He's only a means to other engineers in the sense of G5. I still use him routinely because of his placement in the galaxy. I use him for some special effects a lot, or experimentals, I should say.
Because he's quite central.
Yeah, he's a good location, and I often need him to put experimentals on my plant and distro. But but you have to level him up to get to some other engineer. I forget which one.
Palin.
Yep.
How far do you have to level him up? Do you know, Volt?
I think you have to get him to grade 3.
He doesn't go to grade 5, so you don't have to go to grade 5.
Most engineers go to grade 3 or 4 before you get the next one. So
yeah, that's like the
I need to start working on the Odyssey engineers again.
Why?
Why not? I'd like to max out my gear.
Yeah, I guess it's
It's
been a
still
while.
haven't
do those.
Is anybody still thinking they're gonna change the grind any? Because I feel
No.
like they would have done it by now, right?
They would have done it by
They
now.
would've
They've
done
made it slightly easier. How many of those opinion polls are needed now?
10.
Yeah, but that's only like one thing that they changed. They didn't change like
To
the
be fair,
general oeuvre of the whole situation.
but I did mine before they changed it. It was like grinding core dynamic composites. Ugh. Out of like an imperial system, for example.
Oh, I was gonna say
Well,
those are easy to get.
Out
if
of an
anyone
imperial
needs
system.
opinion polls, I do have 5 extra.
Wait, you can
Who's
trade
asked?
them? I thought they were
Yeah,
max.
you
You can drop them on the ground.
Yeah, you can just puke them onto the ground and
Oh
bam.
my god, Odyssey is so weird.
It's funky because the canister.
Why did
that
I just get an image of like one of the like you know how parent birds will feed them by like throwing up?
Stop! Stop!
Oh, it's a
pretty
Corvette.
much just same. It's exactly that. Right there, you don't have to adjust your engine.
Yeah. It's funny because some of the components are like when you drop them, their container or their canister is like bigger than the player, and you just pull that out of your backpack. It's just like okay. You
Well, it's
also
a
got to be
deadly
careful.
Corvette.
It's a data item that you can physically drop.
Well, it has the data
But
is
I'm-
stored on a. You're dropping a thumb drive, right?
You just carry these big thumb drives, like 100 of them in your backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking like certain
my
like
immersion.
I think there's like one. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Assets. It's some sort of like large item that you can just drop out of your thing. It's not Hush. It's
Hush comes in a pretty decent sized canister, the same as like the
there's some
Was it
item
carbon
where
fiber
it's
and
just
shit?
huge.
Right, the tungsten and all that bullshit.
Yeah. It's like you're dropping something that you'd pick up with an SRV. Just
Wow.
Somehow
Wow, this
it's-
Corvette's wingmen are useless.
what are they? World
I
Series?
haven't even targeted them, but I have like no pips and systems while I just race in circles around this Corvette, and they're firing on me endlessly and doing no damage whatsoever.
Wow.
I still need to do my work.
Boy.
There's no way that I'm that stupid.
Yes.
Well, you said you got till Wednesday to get it done?
I've got 57 minutes.
All right, Corvette's done. Who else wants a piece? Oh, it's a Sidewinder. Yeah, the Sidewinders, you can run away. I don't care about killing you.
So, Data,
Well,
or not Data, Dubs,
yeah.
There it is again.
did you actually like sell any of those modular terminals? Like, does it show that any of them are missing?
Let me
You had
check.
like
I started-
157 at first.
I had 130 something when I started.
130.
Let me see how
That's-
many are in the carrier now.
that's new. Your auto dock doesn't engage if you're under attack at a starport.
That's been a while.
I've never seen that before. Because I've never been under attack at a
Somehow.
Yeah,
starport.
I've got 128 now, so you definitely bought some of them.
Well, then where the fuck did they go?
I don't know.
I think you're cursed, Bonzo.
Oh,
I think I
hey,
just need
Dubs,
to take
and
a break.
Can I guess
I
track?
don't-
Per the podcast, the latest podcast, if y'all
Yeah.
want me on it, just let me know ahead of
Oh.
time so I can show notes record it.
Yes.
No, I was, yeah. So actually, about that, what I'm picturing, if you're into it, is if you want to like pre-record things, that would be awesome, because then we can drop in and like you can have time to like work out exactly what you want to read and
I thought about doing a pre-record, but with Galnet drops being as weird as they can get, I'm like, no, doing it live is probably for the best, because sometimes they drop on Thursdays, sometimes they drop on Fridays, and I can get a lot better, scope of things on Thursdays, and I don't always have to record due to the nature of my job, but probably just better if I do it live. So just let me know ahead of time. I can get some show notes so I have something to, not
Sure.
blather on randomly about.
Sure. Wait, why won't my limpets pick this up? Oh, it's a high wake. It's not an item at all. What an asshole I am. All right, yeah, let's chat about that. So we're going on Thursday nights. Obviously, we
Right.
record. It's typically they don't start, and I mean everybody says around 7 Central. I guess we always talk about Central Time.
So it's about 5 o'clock Central or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so it'd be like 5 o'clock your time, but realistically, we're rarely actually pushing record until like 5:30 or 6 your time usually.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea,
Still-
and I'm around
still
like
gonna-
every other week kind of thing, and
Yeah.
that's how it's been going.
Still gonna push at my time, but I'll see what I can do. Just
Yeah.
based on the nature of my job, it's completely fucking random as to when I can get done with work and when I can get home.
Mhm.
I-5 traffic is it's just one of those things, especially on
Yeah.
Thursday. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I will do my damnedest to try and get on, but I don't
Right.
want to leave the podcast hanging. Like,
Well, that's the other kind of reason why I thought if if it was easier, it might be easier schedule wise to like do like a pre-record, and we could work up some kind of like music for it and stuff like that. I can mix stuff like that down pretty quickly.
yeah, if we're pre-record, yeah, that would definitely work. For something up to like Wednesday night for Galnet, if you want to do it like that.
So, right.
Or anything Thursday on.
Or any Thursday we'd miss, yeah.
Right. Thursdays though is usually reserved for community goals. I don't think we'd be missing too much.
When they do happen though, that's the thing. That becomes the big news that week. So it would be sort of a shame. I mean, it's funny because like we've talked about, not for quite a while, but in the past we've talked about possibly like moving the show to a different night, and it's always like, yeah, but Thursday ends up being like a perfect night for us for many reasons,
Right. We all have families, and Fridays
yeah.
are that night for families, so
Right.
that makes sense. At least in my squirrel brain, like.
Yeah, it's also the same reason that I don't like move. I have both podcasts going on Thursdays because like if I were to spread them out on different days, then that's even more time that I have to like say, hey family, fuck you,
Right. No, I totally get why you guys want to do Thursdays. I totally understand that, and it's probably it's one of those things that probably why the CGs happen on Thursdays as they do. So by Wednesday we should have a good result as to community goals, but if we're going to be talking about a story that releases on a Thursday
morning, which is common,
it does happen, but I might be able to be live for that by the time my pre-record goes. So if we want to do 2 separate things for the lore, I could probably do that.
You could also do another idea. I don't mean to butt in here, but bring them in as like, we have a caller on line 1 type of deal.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could totally drop in. That's easy to do as well.
So
don't have to be there for
thing.
the whole show kind of thing. If
Here's the thing about that. That actually brings up a point. Volt, not gonna lie, the whole thing about my fleet carrier, it was between Tinhadium Express or Shore to Shore, which was a play on Coast to Coast by George Norrie, which is an AM, which is an AM radio station for conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And it would have played it perfectly to that.
Yeah, that's kind of a deep cut too. And of course, the first thing that comes to my head is Space Ghost when you say that. But...
Yup.
Which is, of course, the same deep cut.
Pretty fucking much, yeah.
Or at least it's cutting to the same deep. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the same type of deal. That would still be perfect in my book. But you have to play what's that?
All right, let's work something out, and let's. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be there for this coming Thursday. Is not a week for my other podcast is every other week, so that's why sometimes it's easy for me to be here. So next week we have plenty of time and everything. So let's work something out, and maybe what I would love to do. Hold on, request docking access. Oh my God, do it. Okay, now I'm gonna miss the slot. So what I would love to do is, some kind of hybrid at least of having a pre-record so that there's sort of like a fail-safe,
Right.
but be able to drop you in if you're able to be there. Yeah.
So is there some sort of software that I need to download for?
Discord. Do you have something called Discord? No, you're talking about for pre-recording. Literally anything will work, even the voice recorder in Windows.
Okay.
It depends if you wanted to get fancy with it, you could get something else, but the built-in Windows voice recorder, like if you type Windows key VOI, it'll show up, and it will just be connected to whatever your default microphone is, and it'll make a little MP4 file or M4A file or whatever of that, if you don't have anything else to record with. Yeah.
I don't have any.
And we record the podcast in Discord, so if you were coming live, we just need to drag you down into the super secret record channel that nobody else can see. Yeah. All right. Back at Davey. Oh, why did I join? Why did I go down into the dock? Oh no, I launched.
So how would I then?
What an idiot!
Oh, I'm watching this now.
Okay, how would you send
there's
it?
There's such a delay.
And there it goes.
There it is. I'm such an idiot. Now I gotta leave the fucking mail slot. I'm sorry. So you asked how would you send the file to me? Assume I send it
Wednesday night. How would I send that to you?
Any way that's comfy, like
I just don't know how.
Yeah.
What are the average size of those files?
It depends how long they are, because it'll record. Voice recorder will record an M4A, which is similar to MP3. So it'll be like, let's just assume something like 1 or 2 megabytes per minute, which isn't too bad.
You could just go straight through Discord.
A lot of times, unless
our server has a 100 meg limit.
Yeah, well, we're boosted, and even if it isn't boosted, Discord I think lets you send files up to 8 megabytes.
Yeah.
Which means you'd have to record for many minutes before you'd hit that. Oops, they're not letting
Audio
me in.
doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, audio's pretty small. Request docking, assholes. Okay.
I'm kind of a tech idiot when it comes to this shit. So.
Sure. Probably you'll be able to drop it into Discord because we have generous people like yourself, I think, that boost the server.
Yes.
So we get extra bonuses like larger files. Oh my God, somebody's gonna totally take me out. Some NPC is trying to crash into my ass. All right.
I can't wait to see this.
It's fine. It was like a cobra or something. He missed.
Yeah. Cobra.
Butthole. Oh, here comes another perfect landing. Nailed it.
Oh, so Trax, remember how I was gonna put together that podcast?
Yes.
There was zero interest in that gaming club thing.
Oh.
And I was like,
wait,
because it was at school, right?
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Yeah. They're kind of inactive. I've come to find out, but yeah.
Damn.
Oh well. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Well, that's crappy, man. I'm sorry. Hey, think of another idea. I mean, that's the thing.
Find something else. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to 7 Andro. I think that's where my carrier
Figure
is.
something out later on.
Oh, I still need to go check out that fucking thing you found.
What?
The thing you found.
The thing I found. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, boy, it was the I know
Trax isn't
it's
tracking.
not just booze talking this time. The Scrivener's Dredger.
Oh, you didn't go see the Dredger yet. Oh yeah,
I haven't gotten there yet.
So
they found a dredger again.
You gotta do the thing, man. You gotta go to that station because if you and it doesn't tell you you've done it right. But just like in the Galnet article, you go to that station and dock with that mining station, and it tells you nothing. It gives you no messages. There's nothing on the mission board. But if you dock there and then you go out to where the dredger is and scan it, after a few minutes they'll send you messages saying, "Hey, it looks like you scanned that shit. We're gonna pay you 20 million."
You think that's you think that's gonna be? You think that's gonna be like the Salvation thing, where it's gonna start another locked-up?
It's definitely part of the story, but I will tell you right now, I've been there and I listened to I read the logs, and right now it's nothing. Right now it's, I mean, do you guys want the spoiler? Because it's not much.
Let me see if we can make some tin hattie out of it right now.
Let's make sure chat's okay with it first.
Chat? Is there anybody in chat? I don't think anybody's
There's 7
here besides
people.
you guys. Well, I guess that's more than who's in here. Is anybody in chat not want Scrivener Dredger spoilers from last week?
Mute your browser now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you a minute to say something. I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna use that minute to grab something to drink.
Filler. Where's my run an ad button?
Oh, we heard something.
Is that him yelling from the other room?
Yeah.
That's something.
Yep.
Frameshift drive charging.
Anyway, yeah. So you go out. It's a bit of a hike. It's something around 1,000 light years or something like that. But it takes you out to by a cool nebula. There's like this cool little string of stars in that part of the galaxy. It's pretty cool little spot they send you out to. Big old white star, and it's a mining station. So you get to see another mining station in a ring, planetary ring. Pretty cool. And if you dock there, and then you go on to actually locate the dredger, which somebody from Canon found instantly. And
Of course.
Yeah, well, that's like
it's canon.
They make it their job. Like, people give them shit for it, but like, what are you gonna like? You know what? I'm good at things that I'm good at this game. Yeah. So
It's just
anyway,
crazy how quickly they find stuff.
Yeah. So then you go out to the dredger, and there it is. It's just sitting there. And there's
spoil away.
Okay. Nobody said anything. It's definitely been long enough. So the first log talks about how they were at the Hesperus, and then they suddenly left before actually consuming the hull materials, because they normally they were consuming the innards and the data and stuff like that, and then normally they would eventually consume the hull, and they left before that. They said that, like, if I remember correctly, like one of the leaders or something like suddenly said, "Hey, we need to go here instead," and they just up and left. And then they said that something was wrong with their encryption, and it made a bunch of their data nodes public, and they've fixed it, and it won't be happening anymore, and so people outside the clan won't be getting their data anymore. And then there's 3 other data nodes, and they all say, "This isn't public, there's no information here." So like, it's been overwritten kind of thing by them fixing their data encryption.
They had to go manually fix it then, is what I'm getting.
Sorry, say again?
They had to go manually fix it then, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, it seems like so the part of the story we're getting now is the information that we got the last time we found them when they were at the Hesperus, they weren't supposed to give us, and they've fixed that leak, you know. Tinhadium Express, there it is. Is it closer than the station I have to go to? It is.
Most likely.
I'm gonna go there first.
So these dredger clans, they're like marauders or something, right?
Basically.
Marauders?
Yeah.
They're just scavengers.
Most of them.
They find salvage. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is the only one that we've actually ever found in the game. Everything else is just in the lore, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a few ones in Marauders in the lore, though.
Okay, like where they're more aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're talking about.
They're like really defensive.
Oh, they consume more than ships, do they?
Pretty much. We're talking exactly. They kill and eat people. That's what we're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of bros.
Pretty fucking much, right?
Or something.
Dubs is like with barbecue sauce.
What kind of barbecue sauce we talking? Sweet Baby Ray's or?
Depends what class the star system is.
I think the most unsettling thing I learned in high school was that the guy from the Donner Party not only you guys know the Donner Party, right?
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
way older than
Not
you,
only
man.
did he go to the California and okay, well some of this shit's localized. But anyway, not only did he go to California, open up a kitchen, he made a sauce that was supposed to go with like barbecued human.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
No.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
fantastic. That's awful. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Good for him.
Supposedly, one of the big barbecue. Oh shit, what was it? It wasn't Sweet Baby Ray's, but I can't think of the
No.
name. One of them supposedly took it and just made it a normal meat sauce.
No, that's bullshit. Nope.
That
Nope.
That's full.
I mean,
You've
That has
taken
to
what
be
might have been
sauce is-
partially true before and you've made it
The
bullshit.
sauce thing I know is true. The sauce thing I know is true. The other thing's a rumor that I got that went around the high school.
Oh yeah, high
but
school
barbecue
rumors.
sauces aren't like specific to a type of meat.
Yeah, exactly.
You put them whatever the fuck you want.
So he
I'll
found
put
a
the same
barbecue.
barbecue sauce on chicken nuggets. I don't
I
care.
believe that he took the time to find the barbecue sauce that was the best for his purpose. But I don't think
People.
it had. Yeah. Oh yeah, we know what
Here's
his purpose
here's
was.
the whole thing about that whole cookbook is that he didn't have access to like the materials or cookbook or anything until after he did all of the cannibalism. So he did not have barbecue sauce in the actual like incident. That was just all charred campfire shit. Like he did all that after the fact, which
Alright,
is
here's
what's sketchy to
Tinhadium
me about it.
Express. This is a cool kit.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
cool
nice
layout. What
looking
is it?
one.
Is this Nautilus layout?
I think yeah,
Yes.
I think it was not.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, orange. Is this Squadron Orange?
It's the pirate orange.
Oh, Pirate Orange. Oh, because it has the black. Yeah, I was gonna say because I think I have Squadron Red on mine where it's like the background color is like a gray instead. Yeah,
I
cool.
like it, but I think a silver or a platinum would have been more fitting for the Tinhadium. But I like the one you're black.
Well,
Yeah,
don't make him
yeah.
buy it. Those are a lot of arcs. Actually, they're discounted.
Are they
now,
a
aren't
lot?
they? They're like 14,000, but they're discounted right now.
Oh wow.
They need to come out with the midnight black one.
Wait, hey, you know, this will be the. They didn't do a Black Friday for fleet carriers last time, but that's when Midnight Black comes out, is Black Friday.
Right.
Always has.
Yep. But I'm waiting on. Gotta buy the rest of them.
Hey, let's see how we
I'm thinking-
match.
I was thinking about putting in a huge buy order for aluminum for like, insane amount of prices, but I'm not going to do that until I'm more financially stable.
Hey,
That's
Bard,
where
can you
Tinhadium would have come in handy.
do me a favor?
Ah.
Check your Discord DMs.
I heard the notifications. Give me a second. I'm trying to trade in some missions here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's not a bad skin. I don't
Bard,
know what
look,
Lay
we
was on
matched.
about.
Yeah, Lave's full of shit. Tell Colin I said that. I already did.
I'll go find who Colin is and then tell him here for the
Phoenix to Fire. Most of the time, host of Lave Radio. Cool. Oh, getting out of the sunlight. Take a screenshot of this. Oh wait, I need to. Oh no! Oh, whoa! I did the wrong thing. I unattached it to the ship for a second. All right, like that. Ship controls back on. Okay, no, we gotta get closer. Get closer. Where do I turn the UI off? There we go. Let me get a good screenshot. Boy, you know what's hard? Flying the ship FA off in a weird third-person angle like this.
Oh yeah, you've been doing FA off for what, a couple months now, huh?
Forever. Never quit. Alright. Here, hold on. Here we go.
Did you do the whole dual stick thing too, or no?
Yes, I have dual VKB sticks here, and they're beautiful. Alright, that was a good
So
screenshot.
Is it easier to do it in FA off with dual sticks, or is it harder to do FA off with dual sticks?
Do you mean is dual sticks easier in FA off or not? Or do you mean is FA off easier with dual sticks?
That one.
I think FA off is probably the same amount of easy or hard no matter what your control scheme is, realistically. Like you could use digital inputs on your thrusters and be fine. Like you could people keyboard and mouse FA off all the time. Like that's really common. Yeah. So I really think it's about how cool it feels. Like you do have like a very fine control with dual stick, but it's not like you can't do it. Like I actually my current setup, because I'm waiting on a product that I think is coming in like 8 days from VKB, but I actually have my forward and reverse thrust on a digital input, so I don't even have analog control of that, and it's still fine. Okay. But it is really cool. I mean, any control change takes a lot of getting used to, so it was kind of a while.
Yeah, I'm not doing well with these X52s.
So I got very used to FA off all the time with my X56, and that was like a tiny little thumbstick was my thrusters. And then when I had to convert it to moving my whole hand, it was a big adjustment. Yeah, but the thing, like when you're flying all FA off, the thing that is the biggest difference, generally, you have to correct your own inputs. Like you have to counter your own inputs, I should say, obviously. But the thing that is most jarring is how little input you actually need to move the ship when you're in that fashion. Like, because the thing is, when you have the flight assist on, you end up spending most of your time like pushing the stick for a long time in one direction. Whereas if I need to like execute a turn, I'll do like a quick stick move and then return to center and then wait for the turn to finish. And it's that sort of thing. Like my sticks probably spend more of their time like closer to the center of their throw than if I had flight assist on. I do think flight assist on would probably be harder with dual stick, because you have to do different things for setting a throttle, and throttle becomes important to use with FA on. And FA off, it's like only used really in Super
incrementally. Yeah.
Well, I just mean like in Super Cruise, you kind of have to use it because it's a pain in the ass to hold your hand in a certain direction the whole time, which is the alternative. So I have like a hat switch with like everybody does. Either you have a throttle that I could reach over to, but I didn't set that up. I just have like 150 and 75 and 0 on a hat, and it's fine. Okay. So
cool.
But yeah, it takes a little getting used to. I highly recommend it, because I think, just like I was saying, I think like earlier tonight, anything that like adds a bit of like mini game challenge to the game is like super fun. And this was the thing. Like,
if I ever get
it was like to Odyssey, I was like, oh, I'm refunding Odyssey because it doesn't have the thing I wanted, and I feel like I was ripped off. How do I stay interested in this game? And that was when I was like, oh, I'm gonna fly FA off from now on. And it's great. And it makes the game more fun because it's a little more challenging in a sense, but also really rewarding.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I just realized I was watching your stream and I just realized that the sensor pad has a little like a hexagonal texture thing to it, which I've never noticed before.
That's in the Zorg & Peterson ships.
Is that just Zorg & Peterson?
Yeah, they don't all have that.
Oh,
that's a dash.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because the dash material, you can see there's like some things like the whole dash in the FDL appears to be like a carbon fiber texture, which is kind of cool. And this Mamba has the same thing in the cluster. Yeah, there it is. I can get it in the reflection.
Yeah, see, whenever you put it in the reflection, it does it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's like
I thought
it appears to be about 3 inches below the sensor hologram, because I can see the depth of everything. Like being in VR, like the thing is, the sensor panel is like about twice my reach away. It's like maybe five or so feet in front of my face.
Right.
And well, what's weird is the feet that I'm looking at. Let me get rid of. Hold on. There. No, go away. Go away. All right, it won't go away. The feet are not where my feet are because this guy is like a lot smaller than me. So this is probably whatever an average male height is, and I'm 6'1". I'm not like crazy tall or anything, but like I'm taller than the average person, and so this guy's body is smaller than me, But other than that, like, the ship feels great. And actually, like, I can reach the things on the side of me, but like out in front, the sensor panel's like really far out in front of you, and the whole thing's very big compared to if you're used to. Oh God, I'm loitering on Baron's pad.
It all looks like really cool. I'd never had the money to like do dual sticks or get the VR shit. Not until I get an adult job and all that.
Sure. Well, I think if I still highly recommend these VKBs. These are the Gladiator NXTs. They're only $150 each.
But you gotta get the base and all that stuff too.
No,
right?
That's the thing.
No,
you can. Now VKB makes those things with the metal cam base, and then you buy the grip separately, and it costs at least 3 times that much. You gotta Google it, because I was just thinking I should hold it up in front of my camera.
I just looked it up too.
I can't. Yeah, so the GNX, it's like a standalone stick, like you could buy off the shelf and just plug in and use. It comes with a base. It's got some buttons and some axes and even a little throttle axis on the base, so you could use it by itself. And the premium version's only $150. Now it doesn't have metal cams that are changeable on the inside. It has plastic parts, but they're nice and high quality. The stick itself, the grip is the same grip that can be fitted to their expensive bases as well. But this has it's like user serviceable parts. They have you can change out some of the pieces, and they comes with screwdrivers to open it up, so it's not one of these like companies that wants to like void your warranty or any of that bullshit. And it's really, really nice. It feels fantastic. It has like dampening grease in it, so the stick doesn't swing around if you let go of it. It just calmly returns to center. It's like really amazing. I need no dead zone whatsoever with these. They're flawless, and all for only 150. Like, that's the thing. Like, I understand that you could buy technically a higher quality stick from Virpil or even from VKB themselves, but what you're buying with the bases that have metal cams is the ability to change the cams for different shapes and get slightly different feels and stuff like that, and that's all fine. And they're also sturdier for if you were using like extensions, like a 100 or 200 millimeter extension, where technically you have a wider throw of the stick at that point. You also have a lot more force you're applying to the stick, and that's why you need to have those metal cams to be able to survive it. So since this isn't compatible with like extensions and things like that, but it's really nice. It does have changeable springs, individual for each axis, so if they break, you can just replace them. And they will just send you parts. You know, you can buy replacement parts from them, or they can warranty replacement parts to you. And it's really good. Highly recommend it. I think their software is fantastic. The programming is amazing. You can do anything you want with it. I can have a button that when I hold it changes a bunch of my axes to do totally different things, or makes them activate keyboard commands or macros, and anything you could ever want. And it's all plug and play. There's no software that runs in the background. Every single thing about this is great. And they just put a YouTube video out, and on the 20th of October, according to that video, all the things that they've been promising for this NXT like modular system are going to be hitting their store. So that's like extra button boxes that can snap onto this base, and I'm particularly excited about the omnithrottle attachment. So it's like a sort of extension that moves the stick sideways over the throttle hand, so that it's still it's still a stick, but you're holding it a different way. And then the up and the twist on the stick, which is now horizontal, becomes like your up and down, and then you can have forward, back, left, right on the stick axes. And they're, as far as I know, they're the only company that's actually making this, because people have a 3D printed, users have 3D printed a version of it for Virpil sticks. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited about that, because that's sort of the thing that I eventually wanted. And everybody sort of made fun of me because they announced these products that were coming like years ago, and I bought these sticks and I was like, oh, and they're gonna have this modular system. Everybody's like, yeah, right. Vaporware. But then just a couple of days ago, they put out this YouTube video teasing them and saying October 20th. So
I'm noticing they don't have actual throttles though.
They don't. That's actually one of the things that's on that might be coming on October 20th also, an actual throttle.
Oh, that they're gonna do a throttle?
Yeah, because they've had renders of the throttle that they're working on for a while. So, and that
That's
would
kinda
be
exciting, though. Like,
an
like,
expensive
when was the
kit,
last
but
time-
yeah.
Like, when was the last time, like, actual, like, new throttles and stuff was actually put on the market? The X56 has been on the market for 10 years almost.
Yeah, I mean, Virpil's throttle didn't come out all that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that they didn't have a throttle, and then they came out with it, and they're on to like their V2 or V3 throttle. If you follow
the VTC Mongoose.
yeah, like if you follow the who's it, Down to Earth's channel, he gets their stuff in
Yeah,
for
I've
review.
done. I watched that stuff a while ago when I was
Right.
thinking that I was gonna have more money than I did.
Those extra lockouts and stuff for their throttle, so you can make it work like an airplane, or just have a detent and stuff. That's all such clever stuff. Really cool.
Hearing it, my turn to talk.
Oh dear.
Bonson, I heard you talking trash. So now I'm gonna get you on the correct path. Are you ready?
Whoa, I don't know what this is about.
Alright. Sublight Dynamics is still in development of a one-handed HOTUS.
The 6 degree of freedom single hand HOTUS.
Yeah. But they do have the 3D printed stuff, and if you're handy with, that modular circuit board tech crud, you can fill it with hardware and make one at home.
Well, that's a clever thing. If you haven't checked out the Sublight Dynamics joystick, it's wild looking. It doesn't look like the thing I wanted. I was looking at it going, I don't know. But basically it's a stick that if you have the typical twist and XY axes, but the whole stick also can be pushed up, down, left, right, like on its own.
Oh, I've seen this.
So an extra 3 degrees of freedom because of the way the whole thing can slide on its base.
I looked this thing up years ago. Are you telling me it's still not out yet?
Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens with product development.
Alright, guys, I'm fixing to head to bed. I'll catch y'all later.
Alright, see
you,
ya.
Dubs.
Oh my god, it's almost midnight.
Is it? Yeah, it's almost midnight. I just
Holy
realized
cow.
that.
Alright, I gotta go I gotta go to this
Like-
station and turn in the mission that Happen City. This is where Manituk shared a mission. Alright. Your carrier's beautiful. I'm out.
Thank you.
I've just been hovering around it talking for like a half an hour. What a complete jerk.
ADHD for the win.
Alright, here we go.
Also, yes, I recognize and a more aluminum color would have fit better, but it's personal taste.
Yeah,
It's-
man.
It's
You don't have to do what anybody says.
exactly. Saw that color, I thought it was beautiful, so I picked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the color does look good. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, no disrespect, Hate. Hate is very excited about the Sublight stick. I think it's very cool. I will tell you right now, I guarantee that is not something I would ever want to use.
How do you switch Virpil stuff to dollars?
I don't know. If I were you, I'd look in the top right corner of the website.
Yeah, that's the first place I went, and it didn't have it.
Didn't have it? I don't know.
Cookie settings.
It might only happen in the shopping cart at the end. Purple's big bucks.
Virpil is big bucks. Holy shit.
They mean business. And I don't know. I haven't like head-to-head compared like the equivalent VKB kit. Well, for one thing, VKB doesn't have their throttle out yet, so you can't. But like like a typical stick to a typical stick, I bet the Virpil's a bit more money, but I bet it's not like off by.
These Constellation
50%.
Alphas look pretty good though.
I think that's the one that Dubs and Chig have. Chig has a pair of them.
Alpha left. Oh, well, wait.
Yeah. Now with that, you do have to have the separated base and everything.
Yeah, they got the separated base there. I didn't check the price there, but I'm guessing it's expensive.
Yeah, the bases end up being like $300 or $400.
Let's take a look.
Sorgon, Peterson, Juliet, November.
The base is like most of the money.
Commander, be happy to serve.
It's half of it. It's literally half. Like
Yeah.
the Constellation Alpha is 189. The Warbird base is 189.
Well, that's actually a good deal on the base then. Their bases might be cheaper than VKB's.
I mean, it's literally there's no thrills on that. It's literally just the box.
Yep.
And then there's a plate.
But that's all the base is. It's just cams and springs in there. It's fine. That's all you need it to be, you know?
Yeah.
Like I didn't buy the Gladiator Next because it had buttons on the base. I mean, I use them because they're there. But if this thing came with just a standard base, that's what I would have gone with. That's fine, you know?
Uh-huh. Oh, man, I need to go to bed soon. I'm drinking 3 Capri Suns today. That's probably not good.
You won't die.
Yeah, pretty much that.
It's
Not
3
today.
Capri Suns, a can of Pepsi, and a can of Mountain Dew.
Oh, now you're dead.
Solid contact.
Yeah, no,
You've crossed the line.
You're all checked in, Commander.
All right, here we are. Stand by. There it is. Man, it took 21 million for doing nothing. Thanks, buddy. I logged on, started the stream and logged on, and he was like 3 kills away from getting that and just winged me and shared it. Okay. Sold. All right.
See, I want the X56, but I don't want its $399 price tag.
$399.
That's what it's at right now.
They should be $250. That's the actual price of that stick.
Is what it's at.
I have
Thank the chip shortage.
I have one that the yaw spring broke in. I have like it has like a replacement that I bent myself. I bent my own spring to replace it because they wouldn't give me one.
See, that's what I'm wary of Logitech now because of your horror story, and I think there's at least one other person in this Discord who's got a horror story with the X56.
Well, the trick is, it's a good stick, and it's not that it didn't last a reasonable amount of time for the price tag, but they don't have any repair service. They just, if it's in warranty, they'll send you a new one. That's it. And if it's not in warranty, then you're stuck buying a new one. There's no parts available whatsoever. And their quality control is not super. Like, I actually went, when I was buying it, I went through 3 before I kept one because it didn't have a...
I remember you saying that, and that was a big thing for me. I was like, because
sticky buttons.
I was listening to that. I was listening to that on my way home, and at home in the box was the X52 because I didn't open it until I got the computer. I'm just sitting here thinking, oh my god, this thing is actually just broken. What the hell am I gonna do? Well,
now X52 is a different product.
Yeah.
And like Dubs had probably still has before he got his Virpils, he used an X52, perfectly good stick. In some ways, actually, the spring design in the stick is better because it has a dual stage spring. Compared to the 56. The 56 just has more buttons and kind of a more robust throttle, which I liked, and it has that analog stick on the throttle, which I liked for my thrusters. But X52 has that hat switch, which works fine. You know, I was just saying, like, digital inputs will work. You can get used to that.
My issues with the X52 is that I came from a T1600, which was annoying in that all of the buttons were at the stick where I couldn't get to them. But at the same time, there was like 12 buttons there.
Yeah, it has a lot of buttons poorly placed.
With the X52, I have the hat switches, which are 2 buttons each. So I get 6 hat switches, and I get 3 buttons on the
handle.
The handle, throttle.
Right, throttle handle.
And
it's got like wheels and stuff too. Yeah. It's
got wheels, but like, what the hell am I going to use the wheels for? I mean,
I don't know, sensor axes. Yeah, stuff that doesn't matter
sensor
very
axes
much.
is about the only thing I'm going to use it for. Like, and
I agree.
I have to remap my freaking exploration mode. The
FSS
sonar FSS scanner. I'm just kind of dreading that. I wish that they would just map that themselves, but no. They
Jello's here. I think you just pinged me, Jello. I saw you. I got you, buddy. You're catching me right before I'm leaving, but hey, I haven't talked to you in 100 years.
Hey, Jello.
How's it going?
Oh, it's all right, man. How are you?
We're doing all right.
Oh, I
Just
heard
realized,
lots of stick talk.
Yeah, it's been a joy. The last at least half an hour has been all about controllers.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed it. I'm a big controller nerd. I went through almost every stick possible.
Yeah. What are you on now?
I went through I didn't want to go in a whole hog, so I kind of started. I went through a T16K and then an X52 and then an X56, and I'm on a Warthog now.
No, Warthog.
Sounds like I'm following your footsteps.
You're on the path.
T16 to X52.
Yeah. If I had it to do now, the Gladiator NXT sticks look really nice, but they don't.
Yep. That's what
they don't have a throttle yet.
Hopefully that
throttle, baby.
I would actually.
October 20th.
I would love.
The rest of the expansions are supposed to come on October 20th, according to their YouTube video. All the extra button boxes, and I think the throttle too. So VKB might be releasing all their stuff.
Finally. They call their supposed in development throttle. It's been in development for 2 years. They call it TEC, Tex.
Yeah.
And that was not in the video, so people are thinking that it's not actually going to be part of the new rollout, which would be unfortunate. But
in there.
I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not in the market anymore, but I'm hoping. If more cool stuff is available, the prices hopefully will get pushed down, and people have more choice, and all that stuff.
I really like the price point that they're targeting with that all the NXT line, like all that modular stuff.
Yeah,
I think is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. That's what I have here. So I picked up a few weeks ago. I picked up dual VKB sticks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because if you did that, the one thing I wanted to point out before we left the X52 is I love mine. I think it's like I think the X56 is crap. It's not as it has more buttons and doodads, but it's not as well built as the 52.
Yeah.
Not as well thought out.
I've heard that.
Plus, you count all the hats you have, but then multiply it by use your pinky as a multiplier, and boom, you just doubled your buttons. And
Which
if you really need to, you could do that. Oh yeah, I have my Warthog and my Warthog throttle. I mean, I have the pinky thing as a modifier, so I just doubled my buttons. If you have to, you could triple them by doing another modifier button.
Yep.
But that gets pretty complicated, and
it gets
there's always there's always voice attack.
The more I play with the X52, the more I like it. It's just the whole having to switch, this whole switcheroo from the T16K to the X52 has just been ugh.
I think if the T16K had that pinky modifier and a second hat on the top, it'd be perfect. Because its throttle is really cool for Elite, because you've got that other axis.
Yeah.
You've got that axis on that paddle.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. But it's just
needs to be
the
built
stick
better,
sucks.
Though. Yeah, they're just a little too flimsy, and the sensors die too quickly. That's the thing. Like,
I heard a lot of people break the twist.
Oh, really? So mine, just the sensors started to get all gunky and screwed up. Like, they just wouldn't stay steady, and my ship would be thrusting off to the side, and I'd have to wiggle the stick a bunch to get it to come back to normal. And yeah, that was after just 12 months. So
you heard it here first. If you're having trouble thrusting, you just wiggle your stick a little, and Track says it'll fix you up.
I'll offer that advice.
A couple rotational cranks and getting back again. All right, guys, it's been fun, but I gotta get off. I gotta get
a
bunch of paperwork I get to do for student teaching tomorrow, so that's fun.
It's midnight over here, and we're working
Volt
tomorrow.
wants to come
but-
back,
Oh,
so
man.
you guys can.
I'm always late to the party. Boo.
Sorry, West Coast. All right, Volt, I invited you to speak, and then
West Coast.
you're all about to. Yeah, West Coast. Yeah, I'm about to close down, and I'll just boot you guys all back to general anyway. But you don't have to stop the party on my account.
Okay.
I'm getting off there, so good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
There
All
he
right.
goes.
There he goes. All right, later, everybody. Stream's closing. Bye.
All right, I'll meet you guys in general. Bye.
Go.